Okay, we are live. My name is Real Deal Financial. Hope everybody's having a blessed and productive day. I hope everybody's understanding what is their journey and their goals when it comes to their credit repair. Hope people have a business set up. Hope people that get their certifications that can be able to get leverage when it comes to real estate loans, situations of credit unions giving you certain type of action when it comes to funding and financing. But on this panel, I'm going to have one of my guys that I fixed his credit last year, so he will be able to come through and give his testimonial. So if anybody wants to come on the panel, feel free to come on the panel. Slim, what's going on? Slim, if you want to come up on the panel, it's an open panel. If anybody has any questions, please type it in the chat. I'm waiting for my guy to come in when it comes to his testimonial. So please feel free to like the video, and this is an open panel. If you have any credit questions, click on the link. Click on the link. Sheed, I see you. So this is an open panel. I'm gonna have my guy Darian. He's about to come through, and he's gonna tell you guys his experience when I fixed his credit, and also helping him obtain business financing. So if anybody needs to get in contact with me when it comes to credit repair, creditbuilder475@gmail.com. My cash app is $ Mr. Perfect 23G. Shay, what's going on? If anybody wants to click on the panel, this is an open panel, no problem. No problem. I'm here. Oh, Hybrid, I see you. Everybody, please get the likes up. And also, if you want to join on the panel, click on the link. Click on the link. Click on the link. Okay, so, hope your audio is sorting out. But if anybody wants to come in, come in, man. Feel free to be able to join on the panel. So as soon as O'Darian's connection is sorted out, I will be able to give you guys a quick little overview when it comes to situations of credit cards that you guys need to pull, because a lot of people was saying that which cards do pull from Experian, which card that pulls from X Mountain the Third. So I'm going to give you guys the list right here. So give me one moment. One moment. Because I had a full out list. And anybody that's coming in, please like the video. Feel free to come in and join the panel. Okay, O'Darian. O'Darian, is your phone working? Is your connection working? Can you hear me? O'Darian, can you hear me? Okay, so I see we have technical difficulties on his end. No problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys a list. I'm really scrolling to find it because I had it on my hand, my fingertips just a second ago. Okay, so my man dropped off. No problem. Click on the link when you have it, O'Darian, when everything is sorted out so we can be able to get to your testimonial. So I'm going bingo. So when it comes to each and every credit card that you guys have, people should always remember that Apple Card with Goldman Sachs, they are very friendly when it comes to lenders. So they're going to give you a lot of credit situated. So it's from Goldman Sachs and they pull from TransUnion. Some people had success avoiding a hard pull by freezing their TransUnion after a pre-approval, but before the final, decision, that's something that people can be able to use. So that's Apple Credit Card, Goldman Sachs Bank. So they pull from your TransUnion credit report, and they're the first to do a soft pull. So they do the soft pull, so nobody isn't getting damaged when it comes to their credits. So let me do this. Darian.
Yeah, I hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, everybody hears the echo.
Shit. Okay.
Oh, Darren, I don't know if you have to be able to refresh. I don't know what's specifically going. He's gonna have to. Okay, so they're saying to close out your YouTube tab. So if you're on YouTube, you're gonna have to situate that, homie. He got his YouTube on. And if all the people that's coming in wants to be able to join, click on the link. Rashid, if you want to join on the link, click on the link. This is an open credit repair panel, so please feel free to join in. This needs to be a full house. Hell, I paid for the for the $25 a month, so this should be a full packed. So if anybody wants to join in, come and join in. All right, Rashid, no problem. So I'm waiting for everybody to come in. Please like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to support the stream, $ Mr. Perfect 23G. If you need any type of question to answer when it comes to credit repair, Credit Builder 475. I don't know what's going on, Darian. You're gonna need to either refresh, get another laptop. Matter of fact, you're gonna have to get on the laptop, big dog. If you're on the phone, it's not working. Get on the laptop and come hit the link, because I don't think it's working like this. Because I hear a severe echo. Everybody's gonna be echoing. So Darian, get the laptop. Click on the link on the laptop. Swan, can you hear me? Swan Lifestyles. Yeah, it's better to get on. Yeah, it's better. Get on your laptops, guys. Y'all doing it off the phone, and it's very shoddy doing it off the phones. Plus, everybody needs to hear your testimonial as well. So, Bank of America, they pull from Experian. If you freeze your Experian report, you can be able to request a reconsideration department to pull from your TransUnion. So that helps you get more cards out of your credit report. So this is the strategy that they use when it comes to freezing credit. Okay.
Sorry, I'm here. I can hear you well. Can you guys hear me?
Yes. Yes, I can hear you.
Awesome.
Okay, so I'm waiting for my guy O'Darian to come in. He has a testimonial that he needs to give. So when it comes to everybody, please like the video. Okay, so Swan, please give your testimonial when it comes to my services, because we have done business and I do mentor people when it comes to business. So please give everybody a quick overview of yourself while I wait for O'Darian.
Sure. I met you early last year, and since then you've provided me a lot of insight on real estate, credit building, and starting my dropship company. And my credit score was pretty lagging, and with some of the methods that you helped me with, I am going to be part of the 800 Club soon. So I was able to purchase a car, and now next thing is to purchase some real estate for investment purposes. So credit repair, yeah, it's tedious at times, but one day at a time, you can really get somewhere, especially with someone that can support and motivate, right?
So pretty much we've been doing business for a whole entire year. Same thing when it comes to Odarian and all the people that's coming in. Please like the video. Please share. If you want to come up, if you have any questions, come on up. Please click on the link. Please like, share, and subscribe. And if you need any help when it comes to credit repair, creditbuilder475@gmail.com. So please give a more overview when it comes to what we did. So when having, how can I put this? Having a business plan before you talk to anybody is key. So please go over on your goals that you are seeking for 2022. So, Swan,
Yes.
go over your goals.
Oh, my goals for this year, I first acquire an investment property, start my Airbnb business. Um, I also need, to protect my business with different things like, building a trust, hiring managers with good credit themselves, so that if I needed to piggyback off of one of my manager's credit score, then I can do that and acquire, a funding, other services because of it. So I think my ultimate goal, really, without speaking about everything else, would be to build my team. No one gets rich, no one gets even wealthy without a team. It's just not possible. I know no one who is successful who has done it on their own. A team is always necessary. So, yeah, I'm building my team. But while I'm doing that, I need to acquire and, um, you know, uh, be successful at some of my endeavors, because that's what draws people in. That's what, gives them that confidence to follow. And it's just, that's really one of my goals, other than acquiring property. I think the first step, like you said,
Which market? Which
and
market? Which market?
um,
Atlanta, Houston, Vegas.
uh, more than likely Houston or
Gotcha.
Alabama. Alabama has a lot of prime property. Um, no one really is out there bidding, or engaging in bidding wars in Alabama. So many abandoned properties, especially some abandoned properties you can find along certain routes. Like, I can't say it off the top of my head, but there are certain out of the way uh, locations in Alabama that are severely undeveloped. So yeah, that would be my market, Alabama or Houston, in a undeveloped area, because my main focus right now is transportation and warehousing.
30
So
seconds.
yeah, I'm done.
Rashid, what's going on, man?
What's going on, man? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We can. I don't know
Yeah,
what's
I
going
just
on with Darian.
the situation with him, if he's using his phone, he got to use a headset,
He got to
not
use that
Bluetooth.
headset. Gotcha.
Cause I actually got Bluetooth, and I ended up having to go get a C headset. Cause when I bought my Note, it didn't come with one. So I just found this out for a lot of people that got phones that didn't have headsets come with them, like the newer ones with the C charger.
Hmm.
You can reach out to Samsung and they'll send you some. So I'm in the process of trying to get mine now for my Note. I got a Note 20, but I ended up buying these from, believe it or not, from Home Depot. It was a cheap brand from Home Depot for like $14. I cannot get on StreamYard unless I'm actually just speaking from my phone. But then that's when you hear a lot of background noise. I mean,
Okay,
these probably
O'Darian.
have. You
O'Darian.
good?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so please give an overview on your experience when I fixed your credit, man. Give them the rundown. Tell them how long you knew me.
Oh man, yeah, I've been knowing you probably a little over a year personally. You know, we've been talking and chopping it up, and I mean, when we first started talking, you know, my credit it was pretty low at the time, and you just told me the process that we would be going through, and got me in touch with the right people, and y'all got to working on it, and man, I'm very satisfied with the results. It's like a
And we're not done, and we're not done when it comes to your situation either, man. Me,
yeah,
Brian,
yeah.
and the team, we're gonna focus on scenarios of getting you involved in certain type of property situations. So, yeah, same thing I'm doing with Swan, same thing I'm doing when it comes to O'Darian. Getting that situation fixed, repaired, find
Yeah.
another property that you are seeking on. Plus, my guy O'Darian, man, you know, he's very entrepreneur geared. So that means that I can give him funding on the situation in March. He'll find a property and he'll reinvest.
Exactly.
So when it comes to your experience with me, man, how would you rate it from 1 to 10? And you know, I'm not expecting a 10, man. I'm not expecting a 10, big dog.
I
But
was if I could, I said 12 probably. Hey, like I said, I'm very satisfied with everything, man. You know, cause Jonathan goes above and beyond with me. You know, he lets you know you can get in contact with him anytime, and that's the truth. Like I said, he tell you he gonna do something, he do something, and then go even further with it. You know what I'm saying? So I have no complaints. I don't.
got you.
Yeah.
Rashid, what's going on, big dog?
Yeah,
What's
man.
your
Nothing much.
opinion on the credit repair, man? What's your situation on it, man? Because in Atlanta, Georgia, you got a lot of people that have CPNs and do not pay them motherfuckers off.
Yeah. I mean, it's big out here. And the thing is, man, fixing your credit is key. That's why I keep trying to convince people, man. You know, I deal with Alonzo a lot. We talk about this life insurance, and it's like going hand in hand. You fix your credit, you can get your life insurance to buy you a house through your life insurance. I just looking on there was Alonzo page. He was talking about, you know, putting money into your life insurance and paying your mortgage. So like the biggest thing is you can't get nothing without credit nowadays. You know, you can use your CPNs, but to the extent you got to know what you're doing. And see, that's when they book the consultation and have an understanding. Because I can tell you to go buy a house, but if you don't know the process on doing it, you're gonna lose out. You're gonna spend so much time in research trying to, you know, find the right people to deal with brokers instead of agents. And then if you do get an agent, have an understanding with that agent, they're representing you, not representing the seller. A lot of people don't know these things. So coming in here, like I say, coming to class, do you have an understanding what you're dealing with?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Because boy, that's something where people need to figure out. One, there's multiple processes and ways. There's bank statement loans. There's first-time home buyers. Hard money situation for fix and flips. But see, Curl, my man Curl, he's having an advantage where he bought a property where it was before it was developed, and now it's super high, and he got it all free and clear. So, pardon me, Rashid, please talk about how people that you know and done business with has bought properties for 30, 40,000 and now at 200,000 now.
Yeah,
Plus
I
the
mean,
rise of inflation.
yeah, basically just sitting on it, man. Like I said, me and my wife, we got a property, and we already seen within 2 years a $30,000 increase on the value of our house. You know, they give you your statements. We're in the process now. She's bought a house in her name. I'm gonna buy a house in my name. So when we got the house, you know, they do first time home buyers program. We went in there pretty much. I mean, the way we did it was we did the no money down, and then we just had to pay for closing costs. And she took the closing costs out of what you expect, your 401k. She has the money in her 401k, it's just been sitting in there. So why not use that money to make a financial decision? And she has more money in there, so all she had to do is just pay it back, and it's basically you're paying yourself back. And even when we were going through the process of getting our credit and everything, our credit was already good. Because even when we tried to attempt to buy other houses, it just the situation where you'll have someone either try to outbid you by 50 to some thousand because they really want the property, but having an understanding what you have with your cash and know how to move, you're able, like a lot of people don't know, you could buy your interest rate down. See, a lot of people don't know that. You can talk to the agent and tell them why is it so high, and you can offer to buy it down. And see, a lot of people don't know that, so they tend to just go with the first offer that's given to them. That was a situation I had with mine, and to a degree, I think that's why they didn't want to pass in on the loan, because that was taking at least at minimum $20,000 or more dollars from them by me buying down the interest rate, because I was dealing with people that understood about fixing your credit, knowing where you stand when buying properties, even if you go FHA or whatever. So these are the process that, like I say, you got to come to class and learn, because like I said, people that I know, man, like one guy, he has 8 properties right. No, he has 7 properties right now. I know this guy personally. He lives in one of them, and the other 5 he's already written out, and one is he's renovating right now. And I'm dealing with this guy. Me and him have business on one of his properties that I'm working with him on. But far as that, I mean, it's just plain and simple. Having the knowledge and know-how, that's the key. And having somebody that can walk you through the steps and getting everything done, that's even greater, to where you can do it on your own, but you're going to sit there and take more time and energy to, let's say the process, if they deal with you, they're gonna pay you to set everything up, far as your credit, far as getting business together, far as going through the process of getting a house. You have a hard money lender, they don't even have to go through the bank. They can take their credit and fix it to go buy furniture with it, to do other things. But the main thing, you probably can buy another house with it. You go FHA, because it's still like I say, the process of me and what my wife are doing. She bought a house under her name. I buy a house under my name. We can actually rent her house out and move into the new house. Because when you go FHA, you have to stay in it for at least a year. And then what the process is too, getting your credit fixed and prepared is key. I'm thinking about going into like a quad, or at least a minimum, a duplex or something, to the point where I can stay in one and rent the other ones out. And the other properties are actually paying for the property that I'm staying. And like I say, coming to class, you learn these things, to where, why settle for one house when you get multiple units, and it's still up on the FHA guidelines. Even if you go conventional with a 20%, is more money coming out your pocket, but still knowing your options is the key. A lot of people don't know their options. Am I still on? Can you guys hear me? I think he dropped off. Okay, so basically you can still hear me. So like I said, basically when it come down to it, man, just weighing your options. I think he actually doing something. So when it comes down to it, like I say, the biggest thing is knowing what you need to do, the process on getting stuff done. Even with business, far as your credit getting fixed, that's your first entry to a lot of business loans and everything, is basically through your credit. And once you establish your EIN number, basically similar as a social, that's when you start developing business credit, because you coming in fresh, They would have to go off your
Okay.
past experiences.
Okay.
All right, you
Hi.
back.
Okay. So let me add Curl. Curl funny. Curl about
Yo,
what's going on?
TV on?
what I was trying to tell you about the TV is like 10 years ago, I tried to go to
Mhm.
GameStop and buy a video, just a game, not a console system, just a fucking an Xbox game, and they wouldn't give me a credit card for $60. And I was like, I'll pay for the the game in advance. Just let me get it on credit. That way I could build my credit. They wouldn't do it. So I ended up getting my girl to co-sign for me. I bought a brand new TV, a 75-inch plasma. When they first came out, it was a lot of money. I think I paid like a little over 4,000 for it. But the thing was, once she co-signed for me and I paid that shit off, my credit
Mhm.
just skyrocketed right after that. And then I did the same thing
Shit.
with a washer and dryer. I did the same shit, but the TV got me going. Because I think from her co-signing, I got all her credit too. Some shit like
Gotcha.
that. So
See,
it worked
see,
out.
piggybacking. See,
Yeah,
piggyback.
exactly. So if you can get someone to co-sign for like a TV or something like that, that shit would jump your credit up fast before you
But
even realize.
you know you can actually do the same thing with an authorized user on someone's credit card.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
basically,
yeah,
what you do is you sit there and have someone with good credit, pays their bills on time, and you can go on their card as an authorized user. They can add you on, have your personal card. You could even tell them, don't even give me the card, just put me on your account as an authorized user. And every once in a while, just use it for gas. You're gonna get gas anyway. You pay your card on time, and there you go. Even to a state, you can give them $20, $30 every week or every month for gas because it's benefiting you. It's boosting your credit. And so
yeah,
when you get on as an authorized user, the number one thing that a lot of people mess up on when they get that extra boost, they stand to mess up their cards or other things that they have going on as far as their credit, which brings it back down. So just because you're on an authorized user, it automatically boosts your credit. That's a restart to actually keep your credit going. So let's say you have $1,000 credit card. Keep the minimum. A lot of people don't know 30%. Only use the credit cards for like small things, gas, where you have the money to pay it off at the end of the month.
yeah.
And having your credit card on auto pay is even better to the point where you don't have to worry about it.
I got
Having
my
a
own
minimum.
business and I got one card I use just for my business. So at the end of the year,
Mhm.
I can keep track of how much money I spent in gas and my tools and everything. So I
Yep.
use one card every month just for all my work stuff. I even buy my lunch on it every day. But every month I pay it off in full though, because I got the money from, working. So I just paid off every month in full. That way at the end of the year, I only got 12 receipts that I need to go take to my tax guy. So I ain't fucking saving all these gas receipts, all these Easy Pass receipts. Everything goes to my one work card. And then, so when you go do your taxes, boom, 12 receipts. You only got a shoebox full of tolls and gas receipts and everything like that.
And yeah, that's the crazy part because with that too, they have their online tool to where you can separate all your gas spending, all your eating expenses, all for the month. And it gives you a breakdown how much money you put in every month. And that's prime example. You can print all that stuff out, give it straight to the tax person. That's
Yeah.
instant.
Oh, this one card is only for work. So everything, every last penny that gets spent on it is to do with my business. So that way I only got 12 receipts at the end of the year. How much I fucking, I spent on, stuff, my tools and everything, and my boots and clothes.
Yeah.
Okay, now
But
what's your guys' opinion on this comment? I have paid all of my balance in full, but my credit did not get that much better. So what's your opinion on that? What's y'all side opinion? This is an open panel. If anybody wants to come up, feel free to come up. Curl, you're first.
I don't know. Like I said, man, like go try to get a TV and have someone co-sign for you. When I went there to do the TV, the guy was like, "Oh, I ain't going to be able to get it with my credit." And I told him the only way I'm buying this TV is if I'm the buyer and she's the co-signer. And guess what? He made that shit happen. just because he wanted to sell. I think he got commission off the TV, so he wanted to make that sale, and he made it happen. And then, like my credit, I was just in the eights. Right now, I'm at like 780. The reason why, because I bought 2 new cars, and it knocked me down to like 780 right now. But I was hovering in the 820s for a while. But once I pay these cars off, I should go back up.
Back to
But
800, 830.
yeah, but even my like my credit, I make sure I pay all my bills on time, man. Like my credit history, when you check on like Credit Karma, I have that just to check, and my payment history is 100%.
Got you. Got
Don't
you.
screw up
So,
on that. That hurts you.
so,
Can
so
I say?
Rashid, yeah, Rashid, you're next.
All right.
Rashid,
So adding on to that situation, if you paying all your credit, everything on your credit off, that's cool. But the thing is, you got to have revolving credit because they want to see payment history of you keeping up with things. So let's say you have medical bills, you pay those off, that's fine. Let's say you have student loans or anything else, that's fine. But still, having something far as like a car note or something to that extent, that's revolving because you're constantly paying on that every month till you pay it off. Just like
Yeah,
the gentleman was talking about with the TV earlier. That's constantly payment. So it shows that payment history on time, don't be late. You know, even if you're paying a little early, it's not reporting that you have neglect of 60-day, 30-day not paying. Also, when it comes to that too, getting a secure card and evolving it, getting a secure card to an unsecured card, a lot of people got to have that in play. When you get these credit cards, that's your offer. When the banks or anybody want to give you a loan, they want to see how good you do with the money that you already have. Of course, they're going to give you a high interest rate. Of course, they're going to give you, a minimum starting off at $1,000 or something. But to the degree, getting a secure card, you're only spending the money that you use. So as
exactly.
far as when you get the unsecured card, they're seeing that revolving. So it doesn't make it if you pay all your debt off to where you don't owe anything, that's cool. But you still gotta have some type of revolving credit to show that you're able to pay. Because I can get a lottery winning right now, pay all my bills off, don't owe anything. That doesn't do anything for my credit. That's the whole point of having credit because it's revolving.
Yeah,
okay.
you're right.
Swan, what's your take on this? Then we're gonna go to Pocahontas, then O'Darian. So Swan,
Let me just say one more thing real quick, real deal.
all right, girl.
I don't pay
All
all
right.
my credit cards off every month in full. That
Okay.
one I do for work, I pay it off every month in full just because it's for my job and everything, and I have the money to pay it, and I just want to keep that, separate than my personal life. But all my other shit, I got like 70 something thousand, I think, in cards. Like my credit limit, I think, is like right now, I think I got like 70 something grand. Just because I have that money, I just don't go buying a bunch of things. People mess up too. They get a card and they want to go out and spend all the money real quick. The only cards I use, I still have cards with high interest, but I never use them. I only use the ones, now I got good credit. Now I can use it for my advantage. I use the ones like 0 interest for 1 year. And then once that 1 year's up, I stop using it and I go get another one, 0% interest for 1 year. And I still keep them accounts open. I just don't use them. So if
Swan,
you could do that, that's something good.
that's definitely good play. See, Curl have some good. See, Curl need to come through, man. Revolving. Wait a minute, hold on. She has another question. Revolving, leave like 100 on it every month. That's a question.
Well, basically it goes off the percentage. So
Hey, Morena.
you're only supposed to use 30% of whatever. So if you have a $1,000 card, 300 is the most, but
Yeah,
you should be using less than that. Like I said, if you have a $1,000 card, at minimum, you should be, putting nothing more than, less than $150 a month on gas on that card. You're going to put gas in your car anyway with cash. So why not use that card only strictly for gas? And then at the end of the month, go ahead and pay it off. and restart the process over again. You know, if that's only strictly being used for gas at $1,000, even if you have a $10,000 card, if you have a $10,000 card, that doesn't necessarily say you can use $5,000 or $3,000. No, keep it minimal. You know, use 500, 1,000 to the most. But see, that's the thing. When people get credit, they thinking that if I buy this now, I can pay it back later. I mean, to the extent you want to use credit cards as an emergency, more or less, but mainly just to keep it minimum balances on there. And then also a card with that too. When you have so many cards, you can actually go back 6 months to close to a year and actually ask them to lower the rate or give you an increase on your amount. Because a lot of people don't know when you do that, it actually boosts your credit up even more too. It's to the extent if you don't know, you don't know. You know, and for the most part, keeping a lot of credit cards is even better. When you're in a crisis, those credit cards come in handy. You know, I've seen people go down and say, man, I need a big screen for the game. You know, I just busted my TV or something. They go out there, slap the credit card on there because they can pay it off in, you know, the next 3 months or something like that, or the next week or two, pay it off. I know one of my homeboys, he makes about $2,500 to $3,000 every week. He went and got I think it was an Apple Watch and used credit just to, you know, pay it off in 2 weeks, just so he can have boost up his credit and stuff like that. He went through some type of credit service and did it that way.
Okay, 30% utilization. Also, when referring them, I mean having many credit cards. Got you. So, I would say one, make sure that your balance. You're saying 30% utilization, man. It's supposed to be 15. I don't know. Everybody's different.
It's supposed to be 15, but they say at max 30 is only like 3%. Like 30% is the max, but I mean if you're gonna use it, 15 is where you it's sweet smart. That's why I was saying if you have 1,000, don't use no more than 150. You know, at minimum that much. But if you're gonna go max for it, you actually need it 30%.
People need to start utilizing business credit, because with business credit, it doesn't automatically report to your personal line. But, you know, that's where you become the personal guarantor as well, meaning that Curl has finite credit. He has super credit. KeyBank will give him a no-doc business loan easy. 50,000, no problem. Navy Federal, he come through, no problem. Citibank, come through, no problem. DCU Credit Union, they'll give him $50,000 on the spot. They only report on Experian. So that shows you that super finite credit can take you and transition to you from personal to business. You get funding from the business side, and whatever you use from your credit cards, you can be able to use it for expenses, marketing, preferably ads. Like I tell y'all, Google ads, Facebook ads, and retargeting. Scale up your business if it's e-commerce or, you know, a service business. So, Pocahontas, I haven't hear you in a minute. What's your opinion? Pocahontas.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I was in my head right now just thinking about everything. How are you doing?
Everything is well. So, what's your opinion on everything that's said? And after you, I'm gonna go to Adarian.
Well, I agree on a lot of things. You know, I have some additional points just from learning my lessons last year and going into this. You know, Hova once said, y'all know, Jay-Z, he can't afford it. So when people ask me a question like, should I
Cut
make a
out.
big
Can you
purchase?
repeat that? Yeah, cut out.
Okay.
You said right after Hova, which is Jay-Z.
Oh, he says, if you cannot buy it twice, then you cannot afford it. So that's kind of like, and I thought I'd just add that, drop that gem. I wish that when I got into building my credit last year for the first time on my own, I wish that I went in with it with this type of knowledge that you all just gave out, you know? So I have learned lessons. Even when it came into doing my consulting through a bedroom, Candy consultant. I wish I had business credit, like a business credit line to do my purchases and then be able to sell and make a profit. So so right now what I'm dealing with is I don't have any business credit or literacy in that. And then with my personal credit, it's like 35 points lower than what I started with last year because I messed up really bad and I took risk. So I was using a self loan, a credit app to build my credit. So it's like a secure card, right? Um, for whatever reason, I can't open up a bank account. I don't know what's going on. I know the last time I had one had been compromised. That's a long story. I had to tell y'all like over the phone or face to face. It's really private. But other than that, everything was fine. And then my nana passed away, and then I kind of like spent all of my money. You know what I'm saying? And then like monthly after that, that was like early, maybe May of last year, I started making payments again. Then I wasn't able to make payments at all because I ended up getting another credit card and then I messed that up,
Baby
not
boo, you
paying it
should have got
back
an
at all.
authorized user. You should have got an authorized user. If you was gonna spend money like
I
that, I would
didn't
have got an
know.
AU. I
I
would have got an
didn't know
authorized
it.
user.
I didn't know. I didn't have any literacy. Like I was just like, I mean, somebody I had asked a question. I overheard a conversation, like 3 years back at maybe a little bit longer. My friend, my sister has a friend who was talking with her mother when my papa died. We were at his funeral, and I overheard their conversation, and she was talking about money and finances and stuff. And I'm like, well, how do you build your credit? She was like, just get a secure card. But she never told me anything else. Like she didn't tell me like there's some pros and cons, ups and downs. So I just went into when I finally made the move, I was like, okay, I guess I should just get a secure card. And I finally did it last year. But so yes, for those that are
We
listening, get an authorized user, like he
we
said.
live and we learn because with Curl, he has finite credit, and if he wanted to get more lines of credit, he would go about it by contacting the people that he knows in his area. He walk up to him, he says, "Yo, I need some authorized user trade lines." They say, "Okay." We'll give him the process, and he goes what he needs to do and getting those trade lines with his homies. His Puerto Rican homies, Dominican homies, whatever y'all is in
La
Philly,
familia.
respectfully. But he would go to his homies and they would give him the situation and the rundown in getting $20,000 to $30,000 limits and add that on a trade line. Because if you're gonna spend $400 on building your credit with these credit builder apps, these specific credit builder apps, it takes forever to rebuild your credit. 1, 2, your limit is gonna be so low that you can't get nothing big. Can't get nothing big because your limit is gonna show that, wait a minute, 500, 1,000, you're not going to get 5,000, 10,000. So people should build 3 to 5 authorized user trade lines to be able to put on their social security number or their CPN or their EIN. So those 3 identification numbers that you got right there, those need to be trade lines added. Credit builder
I don't
apps is
have
Kickoff.
any of those.
Well, so credit builder apps is Kickoff. It would be what else? Kickoff. Or what? So that's Kickoff. That's
They got Flex too. That's
Flex.
a new app.
Flex. They have Flex. They have shit. They have Chime. They have the Chime
Finger Hut.
credit builder, Finger Hut. But those things don't work if you're gonna do that, that's the poor man's trade line. That's the poor man's trade line, to be honest, because a lot of trade lines cost you around $700 each. My trade line vendor, their lines of credit is around 20 to 30,000 each. Now, if you want to get the superstores, they have around $200,000 line of credit, but you got to find somebody directly. That's somebody that you know specifically to get that high of a limit of a trade line. You probably have to spend $2,000-$3,000 each. Like say if he was in the business of trade lines, Curl say, well, I'm gonna sell anybody my trade line of 75,000 for $4,000, $3,000. That's a business for him. He cuts up the credit card, but he has to know them specifically, so they got to be like his homie or something. But he sell his homie $3,000 to $4,000 a trade line on his credit report. They can be able to get approved for a $30,000-$40,000 Capital One credit card. The piggybacking method, he pretty much told y'all the game when it comes to the TV. The TV is the simplest way how to do it. Furniture. Building your credit with the furniture payment. Plus, the TV is a high
Just send my cash out.
Would it be wise to do, like, if you're into investing in like jewelry or gold, could you do it that way to build your credit, or no?
The jewelry stores, hell, there's probably a whole bunch of jewelry stores that do it where you can do it with a CPN. People has literally made a lot of money off of CPNs.
Yeah, you can
Where-
put your own credit, finance and jewelry and stuff like that. That builds your credit because
I
that
like
shows
jewelry.
it shows occurring payments each month. And see, like when you got your cards, when you got a secure card, the best thing for you to do, I had my wife do this for one of her cards before she ended up closing it out. She didn't tell me, but the thing of it was, as soon as she got the card, she cut it up, but she had a picture of it to where if she really needed to buy something online, that was it. She couldn't swipe the card. So if you're not swiping, you're not really using it like that. You know, so you got to go find the paper that you had the picture of it on, or find it in your phone and buy something online. Now, if you're one of those impulse buyers, stay away from credit cards. That's like impulse buyers are the worst credit cards. You know,
I'm
they
not
don't like
emotional
choice like-
buyer.
Payday
to figure it out.
Eat up everything. Payday loans eat up everything. Payday loans eat up fucking everything. That is the most. Man, Curl talk about private hard money loans being terrible. Payday loans, they start taking money as soon as they give you the loan.
Ooh, what?
Yeah, that's what them title loans, man, and payday loans. They're the vultures of the community, man. Dealing with those people, it's just like you was talking about earlier with Finger Hut. My friend had bought something at Finger Hut, and he was like, "Yeah, I know I'm paying a lot of money for it, but at the same time, it's building my credit." So I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I go in there, I say, "What you buy?" And I think he bought something that was like $300, but it wasn't even worth it. Yeah, they pretty much double and sometimes triple. Yeah.
It's
Finger Hut is the
triple.
worst.
I've seen that magazine. I was just like, how could you do this to yourself?
I seen a PlayStation in there one time. I think it was like a $250 PlayStation going for like $750. I was like, goodness gracious. And then they had it so easy because it was like easy payments of $25 a month. And so you like, yeah, man, $25 a month, that ain't bad. But over
It
time,
is
the
bad.
stretch.
Because that's
But
like you could have got like 5 of them things.
That's the mentality of people. If you don't have money, you don't have that tunnel vision to where you thinking to the future. You're only thinking in the right now. I only got 25 now. It ain't gonna hurt me. And then over time, that 25 adds up. That's like one of my cars. Me and my wife had this car we was paying on, and I was like, man, the interest rate is killing us. So I just said, man, when we get our tax return, let's just keep paying it on the car till we paid it off. Paid it off in 3 years, even though it was a used car. But I'm saying, like, paid off 3. I never buy new cars. Every car I buy is used. Why am I gonna pay an extra $300-$400 on registration? Pay another $200 more on insurance when I can buy a decent used car, minimum miles, and it takes me to point A and point B. Like to the extent, the only reason I would actually buy a Ferrari or something like that, if I have the money that like 3-4 times over, but it's just mainly the stunt. Other than that, like
Man, I need 10
new cars
times
are not my
over.
thing.
I would
Man,
buy
I
a
need 10 times
Ferrari.
over.
I would buy a Ferrari for business. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be like I have maybe 3 Ferraris, 3 other exotic cars, 3 Teslas, and I'm renting them out or something, or I'm doing something with them. Like, I got people working for me for special date lines or something.
Toro, you can get $4,000 to $5,000 a month, probably off of each car.
Cameron does that now, man.
That's where I would go.
Cameron
Those are
is
my
a beast.
goals. You know?
Cameron got like I think he started off with like 4 or 5 cars. This guy got a dealership now. He got over 20 cars he's renting out and
Oh
counting.
my God.
Like he literally just buy a car cash and he rents it out. Like he had rented he had got a what was that? A Cayenne Porsche, the SUV. He said that was a big spend. He paid $15,000 for a used Rover, and because it was a Range Rover, he had one lady rented the car for a whole month and spent almost $4,000, like 45 or something like that thousand on the car just to rent it for the whole month. It was he rented out 3 times like that. It's paid for. He paid $15,000 for it. You know, on the low end, had some maintenance stuff. He fixed that.
Right.
Got a good deal. In 1 month, he said he damn near paid the car off. Then after that, tell me.
The reason why like I have that mentality is because like I look at it like the way I guess you guys have more experience in this, like how you guys go into like real estate. It's like, why buy my first house to live in? Why not buy a multi-family unit or, you know, get into real estate to have other people pay me rent before I just go blessing myself with something to live in? Because I don't mind living in a 5-star hotel or something. I like to travel. I like to move around. I want, you know, a laptop lifestyle, and I want to keep it that way. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at with my first time anything. Even with like, I don't have my first time house. I don't have my first time car. Like I caught my case really early young. I went through identity theft, I went through slander, and now it's just like I got my second chance to start my life over. And last year I kind of took a hit. I'm glad it was just something small with the self credit app. Hi, I don't know who that is. I think he wanted to speak. I'll stop.
Curl, say something before I let Lonzo in. Something, because
What happened?
Say something. Say something, man. What's your opinion on that when it comes to cars?
If it ain't making you no money, don't even do it.
Hey, Lonzo.
If you ain't making money from it, I wouldn't buy it.
Lonzo, the heavy hitter, what's going on, man?
What's going on, gents? What's going on, ladies, and gents in the chat and the panel? And how you doing? I literally just got here, so I was just listening to Sexy Slim over here, kind of tell her story. If y'all want to feel, I literally just came from watching Taz go in on some people, so I was looking for you at 5:30. I didn't see you, so I got trapped over there. But you can go ahead on Pocahontas, and I'll chime in later. Or what's the topic we're talking about at the moment?
Basically, more or less about credit repair and trades and stuff. And we were just talking about different ways of, you know, improving your credit. Someone had
leveraging it. So we were specifically talking about cars per se when it comes to the situation of the no money down, people having super good credit, because you know 730 credit score and a lot of dealerships that isn't major, you can walk away with no money down.
Shit, I got a 7 o'clock. That's what he just called me for. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just saying that was the only way I would buy a Ferrari, or if I would buy a house, it would only be to, you know, get rent, people to pay me rent, pay me money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I wouldn't buy a supercar personally.
Me neither. I wouldn't buy a house personally either. Not
Everything
first.
you get should be an investment too. I mean, even with a house, if times get hard, say you buy a house and times get hard, you can rent the rooms out. You can rent the whole house out. Even with a car, you can take that car. If I was to buy a Ferrari, I would put it straight on with the Turo right as soon as I buy it. Like I probably
Mhm.
would probably drive it home and put it on there and put some, decent sticker price to where someone's gonna get, you know, they're gonna be rented out every other weekend. I got a cousin. This guy rents a Stinger, goes down to Miami. Every time he rents a Stinger, goes to Miami, rents a Stinger.
Mm.
And I'm like, wow. Shows up on his credit, and his dad goes over his finances to, show him. And he's like, dude, I got at least about 7 rental purchases of a Stinger. He's like, why can't you just get a regular car? I mean, why can't you drive your own car down there if you're going to do that? Rent cars. He's like, you pay for the plane tickets, then you go rent this high-end car just to go show off. But I mean, he makes the money back with his business. But he was like, successful guys who have long-term goals, they don't spend money like this. But he's still young, so he's making good money. He's just blowing it. And that's why I keep trying to tell him. I said, man, what about the future? What about your kids?
He's got dependents. I'll say this, like speaking for myself. I'm sorry, I'm echoing. I wouldn't mind. Hold on. Can you guys hear me okay? I need to do an audio check.
Perfect.
Yeah, you're
We
good.
hear you.
Okay. Now, before I go into that, like I want to do things like I got to get my credit back right, and then that's New Year's goals, getting that back on track. I'm looking into like getting like a mobile home for like a first home buy and like a used car. You know what I'm saying?
So don't make that mistake. I'll tell you straight like that. I know you were saying things about, not looking at a property. So here's generally what I do. First of all, I'm a licensed realtor in New York State, as well as a licensed financial advisor. And I hold my PTIN, Prepares Tax Identification Number. So I'm licensed to prepare taxes in all 50 states. Just so we have the credentials out in front before I start giving advice. Now, this is not exact advice because I don't know your specific situation. I also realize that I have a 7:00 appointment that I have to get to, so I got to be brief. But when you're looking at purchasing a home, and all the gurus, your Grant Cardone, your Sue Zormans, your Dave Ramsey's, so on and so forth, your Robert Kiyosaki's, will definitely tell you the idea is to have 4 doors before you own yours. Now, that's great for people who really have that access and that drive to get into real estate, et cetera, et cetera. Here's really how I used to do it with a lot of my chocolate or mocha folks in New York City, Brooklyn being one of the more expensive boroughs in these recent times. Actually, the most expensive real estate in the country is San Francisco, Manhattan, Washington, D.C., Queens, Brooklyn, and then Queens. Those are the top 5. Now, if you're going to purchase a property, the idea with an FHA mortgage is you purchase a property that's a multifamily, right? You thug it out and you live in the basement for 2, 3, 5 years if you need to, and you have your tenants pay your mortgage. Then you can move to another investment property if you want, and do the same thing, because an FHA is not a first-time home buyer's mortgage. It's a federal homeowners authority mortgage. So you can actually get an FHA, which is a 3.5% down. The reason I suggest against the 3.5% down is because of something called PMI, private mortgage insurance. That insurance has jack shit to do with the 4 walls. That's homeowners insurance. Private mortgage insurance protects the bank so that because they want you to default, when you default, they get their money back. Then they get to package up your mortgage in something called a REIT, Real Estate Investment Trust, and they have these stocks from A to Z. Z being more expensive because they're highly likely to default. A being much cheaper because they're not going to default, so you as the investor aren't going to make money. But the idea is this: when you go to qualify for a mortgage, the mortgage banker is going to look at your income and your assets, right? So when you go for a multifamily, they're going to take 75% of what the rent is. Let's say you got a two-family house with a full basement, right? They're going to assume you're going to live in one unit, and they're going to assume the other unit is $1,000 a month. They're going to take that $1,000 and say it's $750 a month times 12, whatever that number is. I'm not a mathematician. They're going to add that to your income to help you qualify for the mortgage. The ill part is when you actually get that mortgage, if you thug it out and live in that basement, now you've got the actual $1,000 a month from both tenants paying off your mortgage faster. Now, when you get into your next house, do 20% down because your payment will be cheaper, and you won't have to pay for PMI. Also, get your homeowner's insurance separate whenever you close on the house, because if you get forced homeowner's insurance, it's always ass expensive. Excuse the cursing.
That was very
All right.
valuable. Thank you.
Also, too, buying a house, make sure you get a warranty on all your appliances, roof, everything. Like that actually saved me going into my house the first 2 years. I needed my roof replaced, which it didn't really need replaced. I had got a slight hole in my gutters, and just it was well, actually it did, because it was a hole in the roof, but it actually started leaking because I have trees over my house.
Yeah.
And so without that warranty, I would have had to fork out, $4,500 for my roof. When my refrigerator went out, I had the warranty. They gave me $2,000 towards my refrigerator. My AC unit went out. I only had to pay $56 for the concrete platform in which it sits on top.
Carl, what's your opinion on this? What's the situation when it comes to Philly, when it comes to at least property insurance? Because property insurance, I noticed when it comes to New York, it's extremely expensive. And please, somebody speak on that when it comes to New York. Because that shit is...
Realistically,
not
property
wildly
insurance
insane.
is not terribly expensive. I used to own an Allstate in Brooklyn as well.
Gotcha.
So homeowners insurance really isn't terrible. What happens is you get folks who end up, and a lot of this has to do with the realtor, you get folks who end up not knowing what the coverage is, right? So when you get, and there's different types. So you got like HO1, HO2, HO3, HO4, HO6. Nobody who's not a licensed insurance producer will understand any of what I just said. It just sounds like I said "ho" a bunch of times. But when you're looking at each different type of homeowners policy, there's different types for different reasons, right? So not only is it that you have to get what's called replacement cost, you have something called ACV, which is actual cash value, and you also have
Cut out, Lonzo.
yeah, no, I just had a phone call come in. That's my appointment, so I got to get going. But you have what was I saying?
Policies,
Jeez, he
man.
called me. I know he
Policies.
just called me and threw me off. So when
policies
you're
are
looking at
different.
homeowners policies, right, and you're looking at your coverage amounts, this is where people get it messed up, right? So you'll have something called ACV and RV, right? So you get actual cash value or you'll get replacement value, right? You should be familiar with that in ARV, after replacement or after renovation value, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what happens is most people either over-insure their house, because what happens is the mortgage people, and yeah, give me 1 second. He's texting me now. I got it. I'll be there in 5 minutes. 5 minutes. All right, sorry about that. This is what happens when people demand your time. Where was I? So what happens is generally realtors and mortgage brokers, of which the only thing I haven't been was a mortgage broker, is they want you to insure the property to indemnify the bank, right? So they want you to insure the property for whatever it's sold for, market value. However, what your house sells for is not what it costs to rebuild it. Oftentimes it's substantially less to rebuild the property because we're not dealing with the market rates, right? We're dealing with, look, this house costs, a brick is 17 cents. So that's how much 10,000 bricks is going to cost us to rebuild this house. Obviously arbitrary numbers, but you get the idea. So what ends up happening is people don't even get ACV. They just get instead of actual cash value or actual replacement value, they get basically depreciated replacement value, right? So you end up paying much more for much less of what you're getting, which is why commercials like Geico 15 minutes will save you 15% are horrible. They're great for advertising, but then, just like with car insurance, most people think full coverage is just comp and collision. So when somebody runs a cart into their car while they're in the grocery store, they can get the scratch fixed. Comp and collision is not full coverage. Comp and collision is indemnifying the bank that owns your car, just like with homeowners insurance, getting a certain replacement value on your dwelling is replacing or indemnifying the bank. Also, like Sheed was saying, when it comes to personal property in your home, your homeowner's insurance is very important there because basically it was like this. Anything that, if you could take your house, flip it upside down and shake, anything that isn't like bolted in would be covered, right? So that's all your tchotchke, your bed, your underwear, your medicine, blah, blah, blah. That's personal effects. But then there actually also are things like roof coverages that should be in place depending on the carrier. Also, your roof needs to be replaced every 12 to 15 years. According to most, and again, I use New York. New York is probably the heaviest regulated state in the country. So a lot of other states don't have as stringent rules as New York. But I figure if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. So, but with that being said, I gotta hop off and get on this other meeting. I'll be back if y'all are here in about the next hour.
All right.
All right, take care.
Okay, so when it comes to all that, people should make sure that one, you got the right insurance. Get the right insurance, man, because that's expensive as hell. So, Curl, are you still with us?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here now.
All right, Curl.
Just
Curl
listening.
is Negro Damas. He knows everything. Curl knows everything.
I wish.
So when it comes to your situations with property insurance, man, is it expensive in Philly?
It ain't too bad, no. Like the house I live in, I think I have it insured for like 700, I think.
Gotcha.
But I pay I guess 700 grand for a rebuild or some shit like that if it burns down. But I have my car insurance and everything all linked to it too. So, and I have my other rental property. I have homeowners on that also. And I get like a bundle deal I got State Farm right now. So I got all my car insurances and my homeowner's insurance all together. And I get like a discount. So it works out pretty good that way.
Perfect.
You can like bundle it together.
Okay, gotcha. Because shit in Virginia and Maryland, property insurance is insane. So that's why I try to figure out what's going on in every market, so I know.
Well, I used to have Nationwide. I used to have more coverage. I think I had like 800 or 850 on my house, and I was paying like 5 something a month. But now I have State Farm, and I lowered it. I think I got like 700 on my house now. But It's a lot cheaper now. From that 7 to the 850, it's a lot cheaper. Now I'm probably paying not even 200 a month, or maybe $200 a month. I'm probably paying just for my one house. But my other
Gotcha.
property that I'm building, I try to get homeowners insurance. They won't do it yet because the property's not built, so I can't get insurance. I could probably get some other insurance, but my homeowners won't let me add it on there yet.
And when it comes to a dog, what's the situation with a dog, man? Pit bulls, that's a no-go with
Yeah,
most.
just tell them you don't have no animals if they ask. Because if you say you got animals, they charge you more money.
All right. So y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? When it comes to the chat in the audience, don't get no pit bulls and Rottweilers and thinking that's gonna work.
Yeah, well, if you get it, just say you don't have it.
You know, the funny part is too, when I actually moved, I used to stay out in the countryside with a suburb area. And once I moved back into the city, my car insurance went up crazy because, you know, they don't really talk to each other like that. Car insurance, homeowners insurance, it's like they don't really talk to each other like that. I mean, the funny part was we moved that they, to my knowledge, they did, you know, and, you know, for the most part, I was paying with 3 cars, probably like about 260 or less. And as soon as I went into the city, it was like over 3 something. And I was like crazy. It jacked up like an extra $100, $150. You know, and that's why I used to tell my wife, like when I used to do the car insurance, what I did was I always told them that I worked like less than 15, 20 minutes away. You know, most of the time they say you'll get into accidents closer to your house, but the amount of distance that you travel back and forth to work, it decreases your amount of, I guess, time of getting into an accident. So they take all that stuff into consideration when, you know, giving you the adjustment for your insurance. You know, they ask who's driving the car, how old are the kids, because even though you don't say it, when you have teenage kids, they know you're gonna be letting the kids drive the car. So they add a little extra in there. You know, once I told them my kids graduated, they're off to college, you know, I seen the difference in my insurance as well. So, you know, that's key things. When they ask you those questions, like Carl was saying about the pets and stuff, they literally documenting everything to upcharge you or try to, you know, upsell you. This is what needs to be done for this coverage for you to keep.
For sure, because when it comes to that, man, that's something that you can save, man. That's supposed to be a cost savings. Figuring out how to be able to cut that balance can be able to be residual income elsewhere, or be repositioned to build you residual income elsewhere. So, you know, $380 a month, geez. Shit. Times that by what? 12, that's what, $4,000 a year?
See, that's the thing. Like I say, but even with that, coming from the extent of you renting a property, you're actually, you know, that's why I said most cases I say if you're not going to get a multifamily, at least buy your house to the extent to where you're paying less than renting. Because right now in Atlanta, I used to stay in these apartments back in the day, and the apartments were, I think, it was moving $8.99 or something like that. We stayed there for about probably 3 years, and right before we moved out, our rent was $9.75. Those same exact units, I think I stayed there around 2010. So you got 12 years. These units, the same 3-bedroom units, they slapped some paint, changed the color on the outside. $1,800 a month now. $1,800 a month for a 3-bedroom.
$1,800 a month.
Ooh,
1,800 a month. So
my goodness.
that can all go in the banks and the bank statements.
Double.
Your balance sheet, double it. You know, people refinance. You know, what's your opinion on refinancing, Curl? You keep all your equity or you refinancing?
I never did it. I couldn't even tell you.
Got you. Got you. So when it comes to that, man, people should understand what is their next avenue of finding other surrounding properties for a cheap price. Look for tax liens, tax delinquencies, somebody that's in a tough spot. Yo, Curl, mute. Somebody mute. Somebody. Okay, when it comes to that, you have to figure out what's in your neighborhood. $30,000-$40,000 properties in certain people's neighborhood, that's actually doable. You know, the cheapest in LA, you would probably find something in the hood for 300,000. So that's something that people should at least put that into context if you're trying to find something. So if you're in Detroit, you can do credit cards and buy a house, down payments, and do what you need to do there. Because properties in Detroit is around what, 20,000-30,000? Shit, you've been to Detroit.
Yeah, they're that cheap. I mean, the whole dollar and $100 days are gone. Like you literally can go in there and buy a house for $100. I mean, basically you're buying the land because it was all the homeless decapitated. You know, living is bad, mold everywhere, and most of those houses they'll tear the land out. Like the crazy part, I was listening to Erica, and I always watch her channel. She showed how people were buying houses unseen only on the internet to find out that they go there and the house was torn down 2 years prior. You're looking at Google Map when the house was still sitting, because you know Google they don't update those maps until what, probably every 3 to 4 years or something. You know, because they still have my house from 3 years back when I used to have my trailer in my front of my house, and I was like, wow, they still haven't even updated this. You know, to the extent if people buying stuff unseen online in Detroit, that's what they were doing. They would literally just come in there, purchase the property online, just buying nothing but land. Remember I told you that horror story when I used to move furniture? This guy, he bought a sweet house. It was like in a $500,000 neighborhood, and he bought the house. I think it was like $250 or $350. And when he got there, he was so happy. Got into the house, seen it for the first time with us. It was a house for a midget. You know, he was dealing with the seller's agent and sold him a midget house. Like that, the pictures were so crisp, man. Looked good. He even showed us the pictures online, and we looked at it. We was like, oh man, they got you good. Like literally, you know, a lot of people, you just got to do the work. And that's why I say, you know, get your agent and know what you're doing.
So, Sexy Slim, do you have your laptop?
Yo, a lot of people
well, I'm on
do. My bad. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yes, I have a Chromebook. If that's fine.
Okay, so let's share your screen. Let's research Philadelphia. Then we're gonna do Detroit. So we're gonna go to Curl's Hood and look at the Google Maps like we were supposed to do the last screen. So we're gonna share your screen, and we're gonna look at Curl's block. Cause Curl's block is hot. Oh man, Curl's hot as block. I'm jealous of Curl. Motherfucker got into something under 200,000 and now got equities that high. But yeah, so we're gonna share your screen.
You asked about the refinance. Eventually, maybe I might look into that just because I have so much capital built up that I could use it. My neighbor used to buy houses for 30, 40 grand before the neighborhood got real crazy with prices. And he would refinance everything for like 2 something, 3 something. The bank was giving him all that money, and he was just stacking real estate, just buying everything. Buying something cheap, and the bank was giving him way more than he actually paid. Like right now, like I said, I got 3 properties. I want to get a lot more. I want to just retire and have like 10, 15 houses paying me rent every month.
Yeah, that's the ticket, man. That's what I plan on doing. Like I said, that's why I'm pumping money into my life insurance now, man. When I start to get more into retirement age, I'm gonna go look at buying me apartments. Go get me some apartments and just renovate them a little bit, slap some paint on them, up the rent by probably like another 200 or so, and just go to Jamaica, buy me a house in Jamaica and chill.
I know a few people my age. I'm 36, but instead of them trying to buy a property or something, they go out all the time and get a brand new car and pay the payments every month. They think they're the shit because they're driving around in a brand new car, but they don't own shit. They don't even own the car. They're fucking paying on it. They don't even own their house. A lot of people do that. They're so focused on buying a vehicle. The first vehicle I ever bought, I just bought it last year. Brand new van. It was like 60,000, but I make 100 and something thousand off the van every year. You know what I'm saying? So I invested 60, but I'm getting back 100 and something like
That's a
every
good
year.
deal.
That's the
about to
first
say.
thing I ever bought brand new, like ever.
That's what I'm saying. Like I bought a old used pickup truck for like $3,000 with a trailer. So in all, spent 6,000 on both of them. And the amount of work I did with those two vehicles, this is a '98 Dodge, and like right now I'm driving in my 2010
Yeah.
Dodge. But the closest thing I bought new was a 2000, I think it was a 2010 Kia Sedona when I was doing my transportation business. And it was used. Like I said, I'm not buying anything new. Everything is used. Like even my wife, I told her if she go get a Mercedes, I said she got to pay for the maintenance. I don't prefer trying to buy no luxury car because it's going to jack your insurance up for nothing. You're paying high money on the tag every year for nothing. Like all my vehicles, the tag registration is less than $50. Got a 2010 Dodge, 2001 GMC, freaking '98 Dodge Ram, and my Toyota just went out. So I had a hybrid. Don't buy the older hybrids. Buy the new ones. They worked all the kinks out.
The reason why I bought that brand new van is because I do a lot of driving for work. That's the only reason why I
Yeah.
went brand new. I didn't want no problems with that shit breaking down or anything. So
Yeah. I mean that's efficient, you know.
yeah.
That's
And
like
my payment is kind of high because the van was 60,000. So my payment I think is like 7 something a month. But I pay 1,200 every month. I always pay 12 just to knock that shit down. So I think 460 something goes towards the principal. But I already paid, I don't know, it's been a year and I paid like 20 some thousand, I think, on it maybe, or some close to 20,000. I don't know what I paid off so far, but I think it's damn near 20.
yeah, I mean, because in that case, you would buy new because basically, like your work vehicle, that's what it's used for. You don't want nothing to break. Like my wife, every time I buy my wife a car, it's something new, or to the extent where I don't have to worry about her breaking down. I can go buy me an old car, I can fix on it, tinker with it, do a little. Like this 2010, when I bought this truck, I actually bought the truck for me because my wife is indecisive about getting an SUV, and so when I just like, man, I'm just gonna go buy me a truck. I need a newer truck. Bought me a newer truck, bells and whistles with it, and then her car ended up going out, so I had to give her my truck. I just started back driving my old trucks, which didn't have a problem with it anyway. You know,
I got
that's
a few
one of the
older
biggest things.
vehicles too. I got some older. I got like a 2011 GMC Sierra 2500, the HD. That's a big pickup. I got one of them. That shit just sits. I got a Chevy Tahoe. I got an
Drink
old
gas.
car. I got like
Those are gas
I
guzzlers.
got a 1969 Chevelle. I got some old shit too. I got a
Okay.
2020 Honda Pilot. I got some other vehicles also.
So let's look at the street view. If it gives us a street view from the maps, we got to look at that street view. And that whole neighborhood is on fire. I wrote down from Howard, North Howard. So that's another neighborhood.
Real deal. Every day a realtor sends something to my house. Like they're always an investor trying to buy my property. Every fucking day something comes in the mail. That's because this area is so hot, man. They want to buy everything around here.
Okay, so click on that neighborhood. We need to get up in those trenches because those are real trenches. God damn it, those are ghettos, and we need to get the ghetto before the Iranians get more of the ghetto. And Pakistan.
So am I clicking on?
You're clicking on the picture.
Go on the map and zoom in a little. Zoom in a little closer.
Oh, zoom in.
No, on the right hand side. Yeah, that map. Try to go in a little closer.
That.
A little closer.
Should I just click it and see what happens?
No,
look and see what happens. It's a street view. We need to see the whole street view.
Street view. So I should click on that. Let's see.
Then click that left column.
Wow. Is this in the way? I should move it, right?
Yeah, you should move it. You should, because we got an audience now. They trying to figure out what's in these ghettos too.
But that's an old picture. Now they got the houses built there. So if you go out,
can I change
back
the
out
year?
to that map. I guess tell her how to get to it. She backs out to that map again where you see all the streets from above.
You want me to go back?
Yeah.
Okay. Want me to go back again or?
No, right there. Just go over the streets right there. You see where that red one is? That red dot.
That red
Try
dot.
to zoom in a little closer. Can you open it up a little wider or what?
Well, there you go.
Go in a little closer. You should be able to go in a little closer than that.
Oh shit! What did I do? Oh gosh, I'm on the wrong
Right
address.
there, all them houses are built where that garage is already.
You want me to click into that?
In the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, you see that plus or minus? See if that will zoom you in a little closer.
Yeah, the plus. I'm saying
Plus or minus on the far right-hand side. That's like the far right-hand side.
At the bottom corner on the right.
The bottom corner where you see whipped bakery. Whipped bake. There you go.
Yeah.
So
there you
zoom in.
Go in.
Just click on the screen and slide it over.
We're North Howard.
Right there. You're good right there.
Okay.
So East
Should I
Montgomery
stop?
Ave. I'm writing it down.
Yeah. Take the map over to the left a little though.
Say it again.
Click the screen and slide it just a little bit with the mouse with your right clicker, and it'll slide the map over. Yep.
There you go.
I'm such a good intern.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah, you work for Real Deal. You're working for Real Deal.
Hey. All right, so
Okay,
should I click in?
So Curl is a master of Philly, so we take Curl's lead because Curl knows where everything is going on. He literally knows the situation of his city because this city is hot. Like condos going for 400,000 when we last saw 400,000, $600,000 condo.
How about the row homes for 900?
Oh man, row homes for 900,000. That's in. I don't know, man. You're gonna expect foreign investors to come through and just buy up them areas because people that's from the city ain't gonna buy nothing for 900,000.
Around here, the people I know, the neighborhood ain't worth shit because we've been here forever. Everyone else moving in thinks it's worth all this fucking money.
Okay, so let's click on the Google Maps streets. Let's click on North Howard. So click on that picture that you see. Then we're gonna take a stroll in that neighborhood.
Alrighty.
We're gonna do that.
Oh, there's different years, yo.
So go to the hopefully 2021. Hopefully 2021.
It's 2019, King. I don't think it goes any. Let me see.
Well, well the neighborhood has changed since 2019, but let's see what 2019 brings. Let's just see the whole out front overlook from. No, click that box off. Click that box off so we can see the whole view. Because you did a good thing. We finally got. You just.
Oh my God! Why does it go in? Oh
Right.
I'm so sorry. I didn't know it was gonna turn so quickly. So sensitive. All right. How do I? Oh my gosh. I don't think I'm a good intern. I don't know.
Don't use your clicker.
Should I go back?
Don't use your clicker. Use your keypad, man. use the keypad and we
Real
can
deal. If
scroll.
you go to the map, like I showed you, then you can see all the house addresses when you're so far zoomed out, at the perfect depth. Then you can see all the house addresses and what they're worth. It shows it right on there.
Okay, Redfin.
Are you on Redfin?
We're gonna go to Redfin now. So
Okay.
Slim, go type in
Uh-huh.
REDFIN, Redfin, and we're gonna look at the property values. So this North Howard, I'm gonna do no. You Google search that, boo.
Oh,
Baby girl, you
okay.
Google search that. You Google search that.
All right, give me one moment.
You'll get the hang of it. This is real estate research. This is real estate market research.
I didn't know it was so difficult. This is no. Let me stop.
No, you're just doing it for the first time. This ain't difficult. This is just you doing it for the first time. Because I felt kind of slow too when Curl was telling me that. Because I'm like, huh? So I'm like, oh, that's how you do it. But let's move on to Redfin. So Google search that. Get out of Google Maps. Just Google search that. We can move on. I know everybody in the replay is gonna be like, God damn, Real Deal, man. Hurry up and get to the website. I know there's something. God damn, man.
Okay, so REDFIN.
Then you have 1756. No. 1800 North Howard Street, Philadelphia. So you type that in. So that's North Howard, 1800 North Howard.
No, you got to be in Redfin. You're on Google. You have to open Redfin.
Oh, that's
open Redfin by itself,
so,
and then you do it.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because we'll be locked again.
Oh my
You're still gonna go on Google with that.
Okay. All right.
Just have my Cash App.
I see. Make sure you put it in the back chat.
Well, me and Curl are gonna do a video, and he'll get his Cash Apps, and he can have consultations where people book with him. So we'll get that situated. So
no,
click
I'm
on
not.
Redfin.
I'm just giving fucking knowledge. Someone can make money off it. Go ahead. I'm good already.
For sure. So 1800 North Howard.
But that one house you was looking at, I think, was 1756 Hope, North Hope.
Okay, so you hear that? You hear that, Slim?
1756.
I missed it. Oh my God. Let me go back. Where am I getting 1800 from? Okay, 17.
That was the original. So 1756 North Hope Street.
Okay.
HOPE.
Hope. Like Bob Hope.
She's just missing the E. There you go.
Man, we having the biggest lag fest ever. Okay.
Are you sure I did this correctly? 1756.
Yes.
Okay. So sorry. Why is my email coming up? Okay.
Right.
Wow. Oh, I like. This is nice.
See right there with that one. Look, 1740s even going for $8.99. Look, on the right.
This one?
$8.99.
Should I click it?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. And open up a new window. Hold on. I'm going to have to screen share the next window. Give me a minute.
But yeah, we gotta do more research when it comes to North Hope, because North Hope is literally it's the hope, man. Because dude, what happened if these properties go to 1.3? So I don't know, man. Maybe Curl shouldn't sell. Maybe Curl should just say fuck it. If it goes to 1 million, it goes to 1 million. If it doesn't,
My house is twice
cash out
the
on the
size of them right there. Twice that less.
then it should be ranging around to that M point
Yeah,
right there.
definitely.
So, like I said, man, your area getting gentrified, you need to take advantage of it.
That's why I said
That
the one
same
around
thing.
the corner, I can get 500 for the one I'm building.
Got you.
It's built. I just had to finish it. All the construction's done. I just ordered the windows and everything. They should be in hopefully this month.
Okay, I'm lagging. Am I back?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Everything is modernized and sparkly and shit.
I know, like the paint is just so perfect. The light is so white. Like, oh my gosh. Look at the lights. Oh. Like glass cubes. Look at the steps. Okay. No carpet. That is so good. It's nice and clean. Lots of space. Okay. Okay. What? Okay, Philly. I want to see the restrooms.
Renovations have to be like 250,000. Has to be in order to get this shit like this, because these properties probably like this 10 years ago looked at like straight gutter inside. Now this is all sparkly marble floors.
No, it was a lot, abandoned lot. Nothing was there.
Looks good. Looks good. Got the office. Look at the office. Do your little live streaming in there. Look. Okay. I like it. Look at that. Okay.
Okay, so my man Lonzo is back, so let me get my man in here as well. I wonder if he does Philly. Oh shit. What the hell? Yo, Lonzo, you do Philly?
I haven't, but the real estate agency that I'm affiliated with is international. We do have actually a property in Germantown. Ironically enough, I'm still on the other meeting. It was a sales opportunity to me, so I'm going to just mute and stay up here.
Gotcha.
What's happening?
Okay, I think I'm lagging.
That does look nice, though. I do have, unfortunately, a timeshare in the Poconos. So I do get to Pennsylvania every once in a while. But that's
What
a
is
nice
that?
looking
Is
property.
that the laundry room or is that just another restroom?
That's a little bathroom that's connected to the garage on the first floor.
Half bath.
Yeah, that's a small one that's connected to the garage.
Is this your listing?
Okay. What's
nah, man, this is Curl's neighborhood. This is Curl's neighborhood. His neighborhood is hot.
My wife used to live in Philly, so she went to Arcadia.
Yeah, that one right there is 900,000. The house you're looking at with a 2-car garage. But
is that a condo?
They're the ones on Hope Street. There's no parking on Hope Street, so they build them ones first, and then they're going to build the ones on Howard. They already started construction, and they're going to be even more money. The ones on Howard Street side. See, that was Waterloo right there, and the other side is Howard. The other side of the block. On the next street over.
Okay.
Believe it or not, my dad used to own all that land right there. On this street right here that you're looking at. He sold it before the neighborhood changed and all that shit.
What did it change from? Like,
It just blew up. I
Like
don't know
an
what the
aerial
fuck
thing?
happened. It was just like a big abandoned
Oh.
lot right there, and shit just blew up. Yeah, that's the lot you're looking at on Hope Street where the house is built. That's the lot right there on the left.
Mm-hmm.
You're on Palmer right there, but
Mm-hmm.
all the new houses are right there that you're looking at. That was an old skid factory right there, that warehouse. It was a pickle factory before I was born when my parents were younger. Then it was a skid factory. Now it's a catering place. They have weddings and all there. It's like a wedding venue thing. That's what that
Yeah.
is now.
Down in Atlanta, they had an old mattress factory that they used to make mattress and put it on. It's right by the railroad tracks. They literally took that thing and turned it into like some lofts. Mega money off that building.
Yeah, it's crazy. But this
God's
neighborhood, you
glory.
really can't even touch nothing right now. It's too
Keep
high.
strolling down the street.
Prices are crazy right now.
Slim.
I know this one lady who has a lot down there. You won't buy the house. Behind her house, it goes to the next street, and it's a big long yard. I was trying to pay her and let me divide the property so I could have the back half and have it addressed on Hope Street. It's down in the other block of Hope, the 17, down towards, the 1700. And she's like, "Oh, you can't do that." I'm like, "Yes, you can." I said, "I'll pay you the money." I'm trying to give her 25 grand for it. I'm like, "I'll give you 25,000. I'll pay all the fees." I know she has some back taxes on her property, so I have to pay all the back taxes also to get that deed split up into two properties. I think back in the day, it might have been two properties.
Carl putting in some work, man. Hey,
Yeah, I'm trying,
Okay.
man. I only have three, but I could have a lot more if I wasn't as lazy like I am. I'm too laid back and fucking lazy. Especially work, I make good money working, so when I come home, I don't feel like doing shit.
Oh shit.
Keep strolling down the street because this block is a gold mine. Keep going around the street.
All right.
On the right there is a
I'm
three-story
afraid like
warehouse. On the right, if you zoom the camera to the right next to you where you're at, did they redo that
like
one
right
yet?
here.
No, you turn around right to your right. If you zoom the camera to your right,
Well, let me
if you
turn
could just turn the whole camera angle, there's a three-story warehouse right there on the corner.
that little triangle, those little yeah, there you go. You clicked it.
Right there, you see that? They redid that. I think there's 6 apartments. They're Airbnbs. And I think there's 6 of them they made into that one property. And they get $1,800 to $2,400 a month for each of them. So just think 6 times $2,000 a month. That's what they're getting. They're getting $12,000 a month
And
for that property.
Wow.
I've been
You can look
noticing a
up with
lot
the
of people.
camera. You can see they just put all the windows and everything in it. It had all them
Like right there?
industrial windows with the fencing on it. Yeah, see all them black windows? They just redid that whole place.
I've been noticing a lot of people rent out Airbnbs as homes. They just
Yeah.
paying monthly on it. Just like
My bad. That's 5 apartments that they made from $1,800 to $2,400 a month, and there's one Airbnb. Just one of them is Airbnb. They always have it rented out though.
like I said, most people are renting out those things just like houses. They're just rented out for the year, so they just pay monthly on it.
The little lot I'm trying to get is right up that street right there you're looking at. There's a lot down there. I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to
Should I
steal
go
it for
straight down
25.
or?
No, you don't have to.
Okay.
But all down there they built up. That lot you're looking at on the left, that just got approved for like a 6-story apartment place. That was a car. All these little houses are brand new. On the right, that was all abandoned lots. The ones coming up are in the 7s that you just about to go to, coming up the street still. They're in the 750s for them houses. Yeah, you got the camera's looking sideways.
Hopefully they extend them opportunity zones, Brad, because them Trump tax cuts come in clutch when you in the hood and you renovate all these motherfucking properties and get 10-year tax break.
Yeah, the one I'm doing, I applied for the 10-year tax abatement. But them
Smart.
houses on the right behind that van on the sidewalk, they're in the mid-7s for them ones right there.
See, man, Curl is a smart motherfucker. He's a smart motherfucker.
Wow.
He know how to play his game correctly because his area is such a gold mine that them things probably wound up being $2 million. And
Yeah, look, there's no parking out there either, and they're paying all that fucking money.
Yep.
That's what they did with them houses you seen on Waterloo. They built them ones first, and they built the ones on Howard next, because they sell the ones with no parking first, and then once they sell the ones on Howard, they go for a lot more money. But one of these just sold for like $750.
Wow.
Keep going down Hope Street to your left, right there.
Man, I'll just have a parking deck down there, and I'll make money on parking.
Yeah, exactly. If you keep going down, you can see they built down there too.
Oh, I think I went too far.
No, you keep going. You're not across the
Should I
street
go
right there on the corner. The house right there on the corner. See the white Tesla? That's an Eagles football player that owns that. He lives in that corner house right there. Well, he used to play for now he works in the front office. He played for the Giants also. His name's Connor Barwin. He played for the Eagles.
Linebacker? Oh, he was a linebacker.
Linebacker, yeah, yep. Okay. Connor Barwin. Then he played for the Giants. He owns that corner house right there. But see that lot you see right there with the trees? That's all built up right now. That's all houses and everything right there.
Yeah, that motherfucker was a linebacker and he played defensive end sometimes. And they had like Jason Babin. So yeah. Doing the Philly style blitz.
Yeah, he played for us, and then we traded him to the Rams, and the Rams traded him to the Giants or something. But he still lived in Philly the whole time. His wife still lived here, and he just stayed out there during the season and came back during the off season. He still owns the house. But if you're going straight down, like seems to be more the way you're facing, they knocked down another big warehouse. They're putting up a big building right there. Same thing with that wall over there, that white wall, that's knocked down. Something big's being built right there. That's why all them lots are like gone. That little parking lot you see on the left, that already got approved for zoning. Something being built.
Okay. Matter of fact, let me research all the opportunity zones in Philly. So let me call on Siri.
That red garage is all knocked down. They built a thing the same size as the other warehouse next to it, 6 stories. That's why I want to go to the bank. I want to see, like, how the fuck can I see my net worth? Because I own a few properties. Like, what am I actually worth? Where you go? I think you got to go to the bank, right? And be like, look, I own this, this, and this. I don't owe no money. Like, what's my net worth?
The bank can calculate that. Bank usually calculate that. Your bank, your accountant, or your tax, your real estate tax lawyer.
And I'm not a part of it. I'm a part of a credit union. I'm not with the bank. It's basically a bank, but it's a little better. You get better interest rates, everything else.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's why I told everybody all the fucking time on my channel, man. Get you a credit union relationship. They will work with you more than the bigger banks, man. Chase only fuck with you if you are like AAA credit, like super corporate credit.
Yeah.
When it comes to them big fundings, $2 million, $5 million in funding, where they just drop the money on Curl and say, "Here you go, motherfucker. Do what you do as you please."
But if you go the other direction on that same street, down where you're going, they're building some crazy shit down there, man. Even American Street, like over that way, if you go find property over there, it's crazy, man. Everything is fucking changed. It doesn't look the way you're looking at it in the pictures. In the past 2-3 years, it looks like a whole different neighborhood.
Okay. Okay, now we can see this. Okay.
Now you're going more towards Fishtown. The opportunities are the other way, going back the other direction. Fishtown, there's no room over there. Everything's already built in Fishtown.
All right, now it doesn't want to work.
Man, all these warehouses, man, this is like warehouse city. No wonder why they make it everything into a loft and try to charge top rent.
Yeah, keep going down the street the way you're going right there. At the corner was the grade school I went to. The Eagles just redid it. They put a little football field and shit out there. A playground. Yeah, keep going straight if you can.
I know this computer better stop playing with me and work. Like, what? I'm tapping.
Okay, so when I did the research on a lot of these opportunity zones, Kensington, North Philadelphia, nearby, and also nearby North Philadelphia Station, West Market Street. What else?
Oh, I see it. It's cool.
Broad,
Yeah,
Germantown.
you want to be more towards Kensington. Yeah, if you go straight. They just knocked all that shit down you see on the right there. That's already being built. 8 stories. 103 units they're putting in there with no parking. 103 fucking units, no parking.
That's insane.
They fucked the whole neighborhood up with parking.
That's what they do here in LA. That's what they do here in LA, man. They got 1,000 buildings. Well, 1,000 buildings with pretty much underground parking. Can y'all do the underground parking in Philly?
Okay,
can y'all do underground parking?
What is it?
Can y'all do underground parking?
Yeah, that one house that I told you sold for $750. They have underground parking below their house.
For sure. For sure.
But
I didn't know because they have restrictions in certain areas of the, you know.
Yeah, I would put my address out there, but I ain't doing that shit online.
Nah, man.
My shit, fuck. I got a 10-car garage, no cap. I live in a 3-story warehouse. My shit is 19 feet wide by 105 feet long, 3 stories.
Okay, Donald Trump. Okay, Chrome.
Yeah.
Got your own building, put your name on it. But yo, man, this is beautiful, man. Philly has so much opportunity when it comes to these real estate properties.
Like if you go straight down, they got horse stables and everything right there. With horses and shit.
It keeps going black.
Does it?
Mm-hmm. How's it looking on y'all end? On my end is black. Maybe I'll wait.
Right now it's black also.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back.
Maybe hit it again. Hit the arrow again, go in the same direction. Maybe it's just that little picture from that angle.
See?
Or maybe if you type in, let me see, 1700.
Yeah, you're gonna type
Hancock.
something in.
1700 Hancock Street. HAND.
It's my favorite movie. Why is Norfolk coming up?
North Hancock right there.
This one, yeah?
The one you see up there, the address 1700 Hancock. Yeah, just click on that. Oh no, Hancock Street. Street. Sorry, Philadelphia.
Shit. Okay. That's why I was like, why is it not saying Philadelphia? Okay, let's go. 1700 Hancock. Come on.
It's a street. It's not a.
Okay. One moment.
I mean, I got lucky because I was born and raised here. If I wasn't, I would never be able to afford a property around here.
Yeah, because those really people, even if people did want to sell for a low ball offer, it's going to be around the 400, 500,000 mark. It ain't going to be nothing lower than 200. It's going to be like you grandfathered in when it comes to this neighborhood.
Yeah, exactly.
Motherfucker gonna sell off for 400,000. Yeah, it's still a discount compared to the 900,000, $1 million maybe, but still, you if this market crashed, you would still be protected by your price entry, and you bought it all cash. So,
yeah, I got lucky. All my shit I paid cash for.
But that's why people should focus on sheriff auctions. Let me research sheriff auctions in Philly. Let me do that personally. If anybody wants to come,
they fucked the game up with that already.
What?
Yeah,
Damn.
I heard the auctions are going for what a regular house is selling for. Yeah, they fucked all that up. Everyone went crazy with that shit.
Is the square footage all finished or some basement? So, I think you're talking about the lot size. I think she's talking about the lot size because square footage, it's right, it's right there. But the square footage and the lot size, if it's 5,000 square foot lot size, then you got a lot of space because everything looks very tight. I don't know. Philly always looks very narrow. Super narrow.
Like an impact.
Okay.
It's impacted.
Square footage on the last property was like 3,400 or something. Yeah, it was. So that means if it's 3,400 square foot, then the lot size, I'm gonna have to go back on that to find out the lot size because, there's dumb investors where they like to tear down shit, like tear down the whole entire building and like redo it. That's such a waste of money because you got to pay on the tear down and you got to pay on the rehab. People like to do just the easy inside cosmetics. Inside look decked out, but something outside, like we see on this screen, it looks bland.
Mm-hmm.
I keep saying I'm going to make a YouTube channel of just the house I was building. I got so many videos and shit from all the work that was being done and when it was being demolition and everything. I have it all on my phone. I need to just upload that shit. I could probably get some views. I'm too lazy to fucking do it though.
See, that's what you need me here for. No.
No problem. So
I heard them construction videos with them. When you put ads on them, you get fucking good money because like they pay top dollar on the ads and all because you can put tools and shit like that.
what, Curl? You playing your video right now? We can share the screen.
I'm on a phone. I'm not
Okay.
Oh shit! Okay, my bad.
I'm always on a cell phone.
We're all up in his business.
Well, let me mute Curl really quick because he doing sensitive business and we don't want him to be
Yes, right here.
So it's not pulling up 1700 North Hancock.
Am I spell it correctly? Is this not it? Do I just click on that or what?
It's right there.
Copy.
On the map. You gotta zoom in.
Gotta zoom in now.
Oh. Okay.
Gotta zoom in now. Don't worry, Grasshopper, you'll get it. Just zoom in.
Okay. I think I lost it.
I'm looking at opportunity zones right now. I'm looking at all the opportunity zones in Philadelphia. So I know all of the tax breaks in the city.
Oh, wow.
At least.
I see. The more you zoom in, the better they look.
Now you got it. Now you can move that map around. And you can check properties.
So this is the street, and then these are like, okay. Should I just? Oh, there's the one we were looking at. Okay. Okay. Okay, I think I'm going too far. What's that?
There goes a property right there for $99,000 right there on the map.
Oh, wow.
99 right there.
I see it.
That's
I
why I
see
said,
it.
if you got the map like that, you just move it. Look, right next to it, 1.5 million, right to the left. That's what I said. You move the map around, you can see the houses.
Look, a million. Oh.
Okay, so it's a lot. Square footage lot. Something to build on.
Okay.
But look at it, 99 look
it.
right next to it. What's that?
That's a deal.
Oh, let me go
99.
back.
Look,
99 on the lot.
1.5 right next to it. You see it? The next 2 blocks over to the left.
Yes. Yes. So it's
You throw a house up for 150 grand, you're only in it for 250.
It's nearby Cadwallader.
Cadwallader Street. Which one? Which number? I mean,
1.5. 1.5, baby girl. 1.5. Just click on that, and we can get on to the next.
Real deal. If you download the Redfin app to your phone, hear me? Download the Redfin app. I have it on my phone. And if you put in the zip code 19122, and you could have it so anything that comes up for sale in that zip code, it will alert your phone. Any zip code you want, you just put the zip in there. As soon as something pops up, you get an alert right on your phone.
All right, perfect. Downloading it right now. I'm downloading that shit right now. Okay, so the 1.5 is 1514 North American Street. Okay.
That's why I was just saying American Street is hot right now too, man. And it's all commercial over there.
Gotcha.
Hold on. It opened up another window. Let me see.
Shout out to everybody that's still with me. Shout out to everybody that's still with me. Please like the video. Please share and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Sexy Slim, don't worry about it. We got Curl. Curl is like the Philadelphia real estate god. He's the car boss. He got all the parking space. Lonzo, he helps me when it comes to New York. Sexy Slim, she's my sexy intern. But don't tell nobody.
Yes.
But
the Sexy Slim got a YouTube channel?
Yes, she do.
What's it about?
Well, this is your time to advertise,
really?
Slim.
Yeah, really. Well, I'm pursuing a bachelor's in accounting, so it's mainly about what I learned in school in accounting. So communication, templates, writing essays, all the boring stuff. I also entertain sometimes, but I don't get flagged. I talk about right knowledge and life science every now and then, quantum leverage. Also, I support other channel holders that roast and report other channel holders. against sex cults and stuff like that. So also do crochet, my music, other artists that I know that do music.
What's the name of the channel? Your name?
And my Pocahontas Black Sexy Slim. And the other one is Billionaire Bosses Podcast. So yeah.
Matter of fact, let me add you as a moderator so you can.
I'll drop the link.
Hold on, let me add you as this moderator really quick. And what's going on when it comes to the screen? Is it not working for your laptop or something? Because this is all for you, to be honest.
I'm trying to figure out why it's black. I don't know why
download
it's
that
doing
Redfin,
it.
man. Yeah, that will come in handy.
Gotcha.
Let me see. For whatever reason, oh, go ahead.
I think my boy's zip code is 19125. I think that's a hot area too. That's starting to come up.
19.
I think I gotta call him and ask him his zip code, but he's not that far from me. And his neighborhood's kind of like this neighborhood was like 5-6 years ago. It's a lot worse. But now they're redeveloping where he's at too. It's just working its way over that way.
Okay. When I go to Street View, it just goes all black. So I'm just switched to photos for now.
Okay, so I saved that zip code. Let me add another zip code. Yo, give me some ideas, Curl. What another zip code, man? I got the first one you told me. So I'm on the Redfin app. So I'm about to start doing some research, do my Googles and due diligence. So
I'll let you know next time I see you online. Another zip code. I got to talk to my boy and ask him what's his zip code.
You want to put your email in here?
All right. What's going on, folks? I'm back.
All right, man. We still in Philly, yo.
Oh, y'all looking at Philly? Y'all looking at lots?
We look at the lots and properties. So Philly properties is so expensive where the price entry is insane. Somebody that has a fucked up dilapidated property want to sell it for $400,000, and you know me, we try to beat that property down at least under 260. And the neighborhood goes for what, 700,000, 800,000?
Wow.
So this is 1.5 million. This one that you see right here, that's 1.5.
That's a lot, but you could build something big there.
Okay.
What, a 300 unit?
Okay, let me see something. This is a real estate book. I'm trying to find a property here.
Yo, Lonzo, if you can share your screen, if you're on a laptop, share your screen, and you can be able to do this when it comes to certain things, because we need a hard pull on certain information on the property so we can be able to use that as leverage. So if somebody has a pre-foreclosure, pounce on it, give them the low ball offer within the time period before either auction date. Now, when is the time when properties go into auction, Curl? When do properties usually go to auction after a notice of trustee sale or notice of default? When does the foreclosure process start to happen?
To be honest with you, I'm not 100% sure. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Make some shit
You're
up.
talking about the foreclosure or the auction process?
Well, the auction process before it goes to auction, when can we be able to step in and intervene and offer that cash offer? Pretty much a motivated seller because of their fucked up debt that they got on a property.
Here's the thing: the difficulty with people who go into foreclosures is that foreclosures take a friggin' long time often, right? So people will be sitting there for years thinking that, oh, well, the bank never came and got it, so I'm good, and I ain't been paying my mortgage. If you've heard of anything, and I don't know, Curl, if you work in real estate or fix and flip, where you're hearing people do loan modifications, etc., right? So, I mean, as soon as it's on, once they're underwater, you can start offering them money. Now, will they be motivated? That's, the question. But if you have a system where you can pull up their public record, like I showed you in New York, and there's a couple of apps you can actually use. What's the one that you use currently, Real Deal? You use, what is this, Slipstream or something like that? PropStream?
PropStream.
Okay. So that one's okay. But if you want the real-ish, you need to either use Geodata or Property Shark.
Geodata. Gotcha.
And those shits ain't cheap. But it'll give you all the information that you saw, just like I showed you in New York. Right? So, actually, let me see if I can do it like this. Hold on.
Yeah, that lot right there, you can have parking downstairs and like 6 more floors above, all built up. That's what they're doing on spaces like that.
So, Lance, are you going to share your screen?
Give me a second. Are you looking at you want me to look at PA properties?
Yeah, well, you can do New York. We'll transition to New York, and I got mostly New York clients that's in the chat, and I got New York people that's a sub to me. So let's do New York. York.
What I would do in New York, like I said, is hold on. Let's do it like this. I'll do this. So again, this is what I do. Let's search property records. We'll do it by, actually I gotta find the BBL first. So Kings County, let's do 7. Let's just do a property that I know recently sold. So this is a family house of mine. And unfortunately, they weren't smart enough to use me as a realtor. So they ended up getting kind of screwed. Wow, she had a fucking $929,000 mortgage on this shit. Oh no, that's when it sold. They sold it for $929,000. Wow. Hey, Shayla brought this house.
That is funny.
But so this is actually my family's house.
Gotcha.
We had it in like 1970s. They then recently, back in 2004, she got a second mortgage, a mortgage on it. Then again in 2017, she took another $220,000 mortgage on it. A bunch of dumb shit, which folks, especially black folk, if you got folk like myself who are in your family, fucking listen to us. Like, it gets real annoying because I got a cousin who has 2 barbershops, been to jail, everybody sucks his dick, and they look at me like the redheaded stepchild. But when it comes time for money, or somebody dies in the family, now y'all want to look at me like, why ain't you tell me? I've been telling y'all niggas this shit for the last 12 years. So, black folks, if you got somebody in your family who's licensed, take advantage of it. But if you'll notice here, let's take a look at you can find the entire lot, the block, all of that stuff, very similarly to what you can find on Property Shark. Right? So that's my cousin, Lisa, and this is who she sold it to. Right? It's public records. This is why I don't mind showing it. And yes, I do have Puerto Ricans in my family.
Yeah.
But so why did they buy the deed?
Saludos.
Sorry?
Saludos.
Ah, okay. Que linda and stuff like that. I don't speak Spanish, but I know it.
I speak Spanglish. I speak English and Spanish together. I'm still learning.
Okay, no problem. So let's take a look here, right? For $900,000, that's the mortgage, but the entire that's placed on the deed. The entire mortgage is $929,000. So I'm assuming they put $29,000 down as a down payment. Now, the ways you can find this type of stuff out is by clicking the image. This is specifically for New York City. This ain't gonna work nowhere else. This particular. This bitch bought through NACA? I'm sorry. I'm just pissed.
NACA?
Yes.
You're going to have to give an overview on that one. NACA?
So NACA is a government program. In fact, let me see something. Neighborhood Assistance Corporation of America. Right? So if you want to get a house, go to NACA. If you got bad credit and you want to get a house, go to NACA. Or if you've never bought a house before and you want to get a house, go to NACA. NACA was created because of the 2008 banks, and it forced Bank of America and I can't remember what other bank to provide down payment assistance and closing costs for regular homeowners, for regular Americans to become homeowners. You have to sign up for I think it's an 11-week course, and then they will actually, if you're a good enough realtor like I was, they'll actually hit you up like it says, no down payment, no closing costs, no fees, below market fixed rates. Damn, they got a 2.62% APR on a 30-year. Mortgage rates are up to like 4% now. Right? I'm the higher income people, so I'd be getting the 3.6% if I were to do NACA. Right? But you guys should do this. Check out NACA. You sign up and you can actually they'll have you go through your program. One thing you have to do is you have to save double your rent. So say your rent is $2,000 a month. You have to be able to continuously pay your rent and save $2,000 a month. When you do that, you're showing them you're willing to be in their program. They're going to help you with credit, all that good stuff. And then you've got a boatload of money saved up. If you're saving $2,000 a month for 11 months, it's damn near $24,000. And then you can go buy a house and get down payment assistance. So I'm just pissed that this fucking broad brought my family house through NACA. But again, family was being very smart and decided not to come to the resource that they had in the family. And it could have been definitely kept in the family. I heard they're about to raise all the real estate percentages. Nah, the real estate market right now is about to crash. There's actually my cousin who works for the Wall Street Journal, Dion Raboin. He actually just did a thing today. Real estate market is gonna hella crash. It's gonna stay stagnant. Hold on, let me see if I can put his stuff in the chat. Let me see if I can find him on YouTube, and I'll put his channel in there too. Ironically enough, this is the video he was doing. Let me share this with you guys. Copy the link. And I'll drop this for you guys. Oh shit, I gotta go back to Real Deals YouTube. Let me come back here. All right. And while I'm at it, I'm going to drop this in the chat. But yeah, everybody should get into NACA. I know we were talking more about, like, you know, the sales aspect of real estate, so on and so forth. Why did my freaking computer just pop like that? What the heck? I don't know why my computer is bugging right now, bro. But it is. All right, hold on. Because I was like just on your page and then it just hopped off. I'm trying to put the info in the chat. You know what? Let's just do it like this. I'm just gonna type you in because it's easier to find you that way. Real Deal. There we go. Real Deal Financial.
You gotta really learn how to delegate these tasks to the intern.
Now you're telling me that?
Yeah, you gotta get me to work.
Pocahontas, shut up.
Yes, Kiwi.
Yeah, I could definitely delegate to the intern. But yeah, so NACA, like I said, this is a great program. You know, if you want to fight for, you know, economic justice, so on and so forth, you know, they're gonna work with tenants. They actually will also hook you up with a realtor.
Okay.
At least they did with me. You know,
and this is nationwide.
Yeah, NACA is nationwide.
Gotcha. Writing this down.
I actually just posted my cousin's video in the chat. I'm gonna put it in the back chat too. You know, he's worked for Thomson Reuters. He's been on CNNBC, all that stuff. He is a CFA, Certified Financial Analyst. So, you know.
Okay, let me copy and put.
He gives the information to folks like JT the Pocket Watcher.
Oh, okay.
And Sue Zorman and Dave Ramsey. Like, they listen to him, and then they go and make their, you know, content. So that's kind of how that works.
Link to vid. Okay, so I put that there. So watch the video, y'all. Y'all need to get informed when it comes to that video. Please.
Yeah.
From me to you, please.
Yeah.
Please.
And y'all, if y'all sub to him, sub to me too.
That is funny. But yo, please subscribe to Alonzo. Please, Alonzo, put your channel link as well, and we're gonna.
Yeah, let me do that.
Because this is useful, man. This is a useful tool because nobody doesn't really talk about this type of program, to be honest.
Dude, realtors aren't going to talk about it, but we love it. I used to love. That's how I was making a killing in New York City, bro. You know how hard it is to make a killing in New York. If you don't know, if you're not a gay white man, like, excuse my language, but yo, that's very difficult. And then, like, you know, I did deals with people like Ryan Serhant of $1 Million Listings, and so on and so forth. Just yeah, you forgot about NACA. NACA is the ish, and I forgot about it too till I saw the person who purchased my family's home that's been in my family since the 1970s bought it through NACA. So that was just crazy to me. I forgot how to share the channel. Jesus, my computer is going stupid slow today.
Because dude, this is clutch. This came in very clutch.
Yeah. Damn, why is this going so slow? Let me see something here. About. Damn, I got 622 videos. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, man. As soon as you got your channel, put that in the link. Matter of fact, let me do this for you. Hold on.
Yeah, because my shit is moving stupid slow.
Let me do this for you, and because everybody sees the NACA screen, so just keep on strolling when it comes to NACA screen. I'm gonna do that for you.
So, yeah, as you can see, you know, NACA's Best in America Mortgage. below market rates, so on and so forth. So you can actually get started in their purchase program, right? And if you'll see, it's individualized comprehensive home ownership program to access the NACA mortgage. First step in the program is the home buyers workshop. Right? So NACA is the best purchasing program in America because it provides counseling and access to an incredible mortgage. They've got over 20 billion committed, to a lot of these places. So you're not going to have to pay down payment, closing costs, or fees as long as you follow their program to the T. So step one is to attend the NACA home buyer workshop, right? Now they'll also, and you don't have to work with the realtors that NACA sends you to. You can select your own realtor. So again, for example, in that situation, if they got sent to a NACA realtor, but me, their family member, is a fucking licensed realtor, you should probably go with me, their family member, especially with a $929,000 purchase at a 1%, that's damn near $10,000 in your pocket. And that's at a 1% commission. Most realtors charge 6%. Well, if you're selling the house and you really want your house to sell, pay the full 6%. If you want a real estate agent to sit there, putz around, twiddle their thumbs, and you wonder why your house never fucking sold, go ahead and list with Trulia or Redfin or all these other places who are doing a 2% commission. Let me explain to you how real estate agents get paid and why they don't have time for 1% and 2% commissions. And this is why you pay the full 6%, just like you pay the full however the fuck much it costs for the new cool gray 11s that came out for the 13th fucking time, and Jordan been retired for 20 years. But
I be feeling the same way. I be feeling frustrated about the same shit when it comes to dudes I know.
I'm not even talking, dude. This is family. I ain't even worried about dudes I know. With my own fucking family, dude, I got dudes in the family. I've been like, yo, get a life insurance, put an IUL together, be your own bank. Oh, you're in jail. You need $15,000 for bail. Why the fuck you calling me? You see what I'm saying? Don't call me now that you need some money. When I was trying to help you make your own money and be your own bank, you ain't one calling it. But the reason realtors, and it makes sense if you're selling, to pay the full 6%. A real estate agent, number one, gets all commission. So these hours that they spend taking your happy ass out to fucking open houses and spending their hard-earned money on whining and dining you because you're about to spend a lot of money is money they usually don't have. But they're doing it because it kind of comes with the territory. And the rich agents did it to make it harder for newer agents. But when you're at a 6% commission, that makes your house sell a lot faster, because now if I'm a buyer's agent, and let's say real deal, you're the seller's agent, right? Yeah. And I call you and I say, hey, I got a client looking for, my client is interested in your property. When can we set up to see it? Oh, when tomorrow at 5. Okay, cool. By the way, what's the commission? Now, if you are a realtor and you're getting paid 2%, then all you can offer me is 1%. Even on a $1 million house, 1% is only $10,000. I'm sorry, but there's too much work that is put in by the real estate agent to get only $10,000 out of that deal. Therefore, and mind you, as a real estate agent, right? Let's say you're getting 2% commission, right? So that'd be $20,000 on that $1 million house. Then you have me, the seller's agent, who brings you the seller. The buyer's agent who brings you the buyer. Well, you got to split that 2% with me. So now that $20,000 becomes $10,000. But real deal, you're also an agent, not a broker. So guess what? Your brokerage, let's say you're with a well-known name brand brokerage like Keller Williams or Coldwell Banker or Remax or Century 21. Right?
Shit, Century 21. I like them gold jackets though. I like
Century 21 sucks compared to Coldwell Banker. But that's in terms of training. In terms of everything else, they're pretty good. But now you have to split that $10,000 50-50 with your broker. So
That's
now
the thing.
you're going to be like, well, fuck it. The house is going to sit there for a long time. I'm not going to put in a bunch of effort to try and sell this house when you, the seller, are only paying 2%. Now, if that seller pays the full 6% on $1 million house, that's a $60,000 commission. You split it 50-50 with me, the buyer's agent, that's $30,000 commission for both of us. But now, we still got to split it 50-50 with our brokers. So that's $15,000. It's still a little bit more worth your while to do that and to deal with all the shit you're going to deal with as a realtor. Also, if you're buying a house, don't be a fucking dumbass. And excuse my language, but 98% of the people, and this is why real estate agents have a bad name. 98% of people who purchase a home only work with the seller's agent. So, what does that mean? Well, real deal.
Mhm.
Let's say you are selling a house for, I don't know, let's say you're selling a house for Pocahontas, right? And Curl is buying the house from you, right? Or he's looking to buy the house. Now, he doesn't use me as a buyer's agent. I don't need no real estate agent. There's already an agent listing the house, thinking you're going to cut me out of some commission when the seller pays the commission. So getting a buyer's agent is getting representation for free 99.
Oh.
But, well, not in all cases. There's a buyer's agreement. I'll maybe show y'all that one day. But when you're looking at Curl comes to buy the house, right? Let's use arbitrary numbers. Let's say the house is $100,000. Curl comes to you, real deal, and says, I'm willing to pay $175,000 because I see there's a bunch of people here at this open house. But since the bidding war hasn't started, tell her I'll offer $85,000. Well, real deal, you represent Pocahontas. So guess what you're going to do? You're going to go to Pocahontas and you're going to say, hey, Curl is offering $175,000 for the house. Because your best interest is in Pocahontas. So you're going to say, well, my client's best interest is you offering 175. I don't know about this 85. That don't make sense to me. My job is to present the best reasonable offers to my client. Now, you told me in confidence you're willing to spend up to 175, but I'm not your agent, so I don't care about you, Curl. I care about Pocahontas. Now, same scenario, but Curl signs a buyer's agreement with me and gets me to represent him. And then Curl says, yo, Lonzo, you're my agent. Tell Real Deal, I'm willing to pay up to 175, but tell Real, start at 90,000 for me. I'm going to come to you, Real Deal. I'm going to say, yo, my client is offering 75,000. Yeah, it cuts off my commission, but if you take it, it's a deal closed. But I know you're not going to take 75,000. I know my client's willing to go up to 175,000, but my job is to save Curl as much money as fucking possible on that deal. So I'm going to go, hey, Real Deal. My client offered 75,000. Now, my client told me to start at 90, but I'm trying to save him an extra 15 grand. If I come back and say, hey, Curl, they accepted 75 grand, you think he's going to be like, but I wanted to pay 90,000. No, he's going to be like, you just saved me 15 grand. Thanks.
Right.
Right? So that's one of the big screw ups. So make sure that if you're buying a property, you get a buyer's agent.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Open panel, y'all. Ask your questions. Open panel. Anybody wants to come up, feel free to come up. Open panel. If anybody needs their credit repaired, creditbuilder475@gmail.com. That's creditbuilder475@gmail.com. Plus, we got Lonzo, my man Lonzo Hall. He does real estate and also cash value life insurance policies, y'all. Get y'all shit structured, man.
Insurance, investments, and retirement.
Insurance, investments, and retirements.
Mm-hmm.
So
the problem is, here's why you never hear me talk about investments online.
Gotcha.
Number one, like firstly, I've been sued before, right? I got sued for $1 million. The bitch won 410 grand out of court, so I ain't never getting sued ever again. And and that was just based on insurance.
Oh my.
That wasn't even based on investments.
Oh my goodness.
But when you're I had insurance for that, so I wasn't worried about it. I only paid $5,000 out of pocket. The other $405,000 I had insurance for.
But insurance for every fucking thing, man.
Yeah, it's such a blessing. Like, insurance. I'm just gonna think insurance. Alonzo, buyer's agent. Just go to him.
AKA Marquise Houston. This nigga Marquise Houston.
Yes, AKA Marquise Houston. I've been getting that for years.
Got you.
So yeah, you know, when the reason I don't talk about investments online, or open in spaces, number one is because 9 times out of 10, the people who are listening aren't an accredited investor. So the advice that I give is generally going to be for someone who's accredited. What is an accredited investor? Because most people aren't familiar with what that is. So an accredited investor. Sorry?
Is it legit or I don't know. It sounds like it's more legit.
Someone that got bread, someone that has 250,000 to $1 million, or have property assets like McDonald's. You can't invest in McDonald's unless you're accredited. Am I right or am I right?
No, that's not true. So you can. That's the beauty of things like Stash, Robinhood, Acorn, apps like that. I'm
talking about franchise, investing in the franchise of McDonald's. They want an accredited investor.
No. You could be a regular Joe Schmo to buy a franchise.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but McDonald's is fucking expensive. They used to want $100,000 liquid. Now I think they want $250,000 liquid. So yeah, you kind of do got to be an accredited investor.
Right? I told you.
Super corporate credit.
Yeah, but what an accredited investor is someone who's going to be treated differently from your regular investor. So also there's less protection for an accredited investor. And there's more tax benefits to being an accredited investor.
Okay.
So an accredited investor is one who, number one, is generally going to have a higher risk tolerance, right? And what a risk, and I'm sorry to keep going down rabbit holes, but a lot of these terms I know a lot of people aren't familiar with. And I speak on the 3rd grade level, not to diminish anyone or speak down to anyone, but it's just so that we all have a clear understanding of what's being said. But so basically an accredited investor is this, because risk tolerance is if you invest 10 grand with me today and I say, hey, y'all, the next day, well, your $10,000 is gone, but you still owe me a commission. Are you going to want to drop kick me, or are you going to want to just be like, okay, well, here's your commission and let's go to the next investment?
No, you're going on the altar to the bafflement for 10 commission.
So then you can't, then you don't need to be investing. You see what I'm saying? Because you don't have the risk tolerance for it, which many Americans don't. Which is why things like, Robinhood and Acorn and Stash were all created. Basically, these are ETFs. We'll get into that later. But, I have a video on my channel called What's an ETF? It breaks it all the way down for you. But so an accredited investor is one who is making, actually, they changed it this year to $200,000 or more for the prior 3 years, expected to this year and for the foreseeable future, as a single person. As a married couple, it's $300,000 for the past 3 years into the foreseeable future. Another accredited investor test is if you have a net worth of $1 million, but that's excluding owned real estate. So these properties that we're looking at, if you have $1 million house, that that's adding to your net worth, you're a millionaire, right? But you're not, because they're not going to consider you accredited for that. The other way to be an accredited investor, there's 2 more ways, is to actually own or inherit or purchase a piece of corporate stock. So prime example, my mother-in-law worked for Morgan Stanley. And obviously, you know, she owned a bunch of stock working for Morgan Stanley. She sold me 1 share of Coca-Cola. And that would make me an accredited investor because now I own corporate stock.
I was about to say now I got to become a dealer. Like, gotta invest in the details. They didn't tell me this side of the game. Like,
now you also need to be careful because people, when investing, right? Like, for example, Coke and Coke Bottling Company are 2 different ticker symbols. So Coca-Cola is KO. So if you're investing in Coke, COKE on the stock market, you're investing in Coke Bottling Company. You're not investing in Coca-Cola or Coca-Cola products. But again, this is why I don't talk investment shit online, because it gets deep and I ain't trying to get sued again. Also, just like, you know, that simple tip of KO, and I can't remember what the other ticker symbol is for Coke, but KO is Coca-Cola the soda, right? Whereas, like I said, the other ticker symbol, which most people are familiar with, I think it's COC, is Coke Bottling Company, which is small subsidiaries in a multitude of towns, and it's not like a national thing. Like, you can have some podunk guy in Kentucky who is in charge of bottling all the Coca-Cola products for Kentucky. But that's not Coke corporate. So as we continue, so the other way to become an accredited investor is to be a licensed financial professional. And then you don't have to meet the income requirements, because I sure as hell don't. And but obviously, if you're licensed in this shit, they kind of got to give you the pass. Right?
Got you.
So the difference between an accredited investor and non-accredited investor in terms of protection. So you're taxed at a different tax rate when you're accredited and non-accredited. Let's use the GameStop thing on what was that? What app was that? Robinhood?
Robinhood.
So everybody who was a non-institutional or non-accredited, or we'll call them retail investors, were highly upset because they stopped people from buying more GameStop. The difficulty was this. Number one, most everybody on Robinhood is not an accredited investor. That's not true. That's absolutely not true, because there's a lot of accredited investors on things like Robinhood. So let me recant that statement. But the majority of people who are on those apps are not accredited investors because it's their entry into investing. However, the tax treatment that an accredited investor gets is much more favorable than that of a non-accredited investor. So again, with Robinhood and the GameStop, this is how you can tell an accredited investor invests in the open market. Robinhood, Acorn, Stash, all those apps are not, again, I repeat, they are not, one more time for the people in the back, they are not the open market. So what does that mean? Well, the reason Robinhood stopped a bunch of folks from buying more GameStop was because, number one, Robinhood wasn't trying to go bankrupt, right? So I'll give you an understanding. If I sell you a bottle of water for $1 right now, and you give me $1 for that bottle of water, right? And I have a case of 24 bottles of water, and 23 people come and give me $1 for that bottle of water. And then suddenly I run a promotion and say, well, I'm buying these bottles of water back for $5. I can't afford to buy but so many bottles of water back, right? Because I only got $23. But the first 5 people who sell me their $5 bottle of water is $25, right? So when you're looking at things like Robinhood, Stash, Acorn, the stocks, even when they sell you individual stocks, that they sell you are owned by them, not the open market. So now the water bottle analogy probably makes a lot more sense, right? So they had to stop folks from buying more because y'all really couldn't cover the spread. They allowed the hedge funds to do it because if they went belly up, guess what? The hedge fund wasn't going to have that risk tolerance and be like, this $10 billion we lost hurt us, right? Besides going to the altar, if I lost you $10,000 today, and then tomorrow said you still owe me my commission, forget about you being upset. Could you still pay your bills? Or would you be like, shit, I'm devastated. That was, the last, I was hoping for that to get rich, right? Like I told you, Real Deal, the wealthy play the stock market for preservation of capital, not for accretion.
Yeah, that's true. Well, 2021 was a lucky year for me when it comes to the stock market. One, because all of the EV plays worked. NIO, one of Tesla's main competitors, worked. So I don't know. When it comes to that, I'm gonna have to agree on that because people do preserve $100 million in the stock market, and they choose what bonds for $100 million. They definitely ain't putting no $100 million in no penny stocks. Penny stocks is something where I had information, I had due diligence, I did my due diligence on those, but it wasn't me just to tell you to invest in AMC. I didn't tell y'all to invest AMC and GME unless you had enough money to be able to risk and have enough understanding of what you're doing when it comes to your price entry and your price exit.
Yeah.
So she had got on the AMC luck. So she got on the AMC luck train. So
There's nothing wrong with the AMC train. The guy who blew the bomb on that was an insurance agent from Mass Mutual.
Oh, okay. So he was an insurance agent. Gotcha.
Yeah. What's his name? Keith Gill or Kendall Gill, I think. His name was you have to buy 4 shares on Robinhood right now, no minimum. JSL, you don't know this. The general public doesn't know this, but TD Ameritrade does not exist anymore as a company. They were purchased back in 2019 by Charles Schwab. You won't know that until next year, 2023, when they change your account numbers. How do I know it? Obviously, because I'm in the business. But, that's how that goes. Business insurance, no, there's something other than business insurance that covered me for my lawsuit. Real estate agents, basically it's like medical malpractice is the easiest way to explain it. It's called errors and omissions. But again, so those full shares that you're buying on, Robinhood, etc., they belong to Robinhood. They're not on the open market, right? So Robinhood bought X amount of shares and then sold them to Americans.
See, that's beautiful, man. The middleman wins. The middleman wins all angles. Yo, Slim, are you still here?
Yeah, I'm just blown away. This is amazing.
Are you soaking up game?
Yes, it's wow.
Man. That's why they call me the all-star advisor. Listen, we talking about buying houses. What do I say all the time, Real Deal, with life insurance and buying a house? I actually put a video up on my page. Let me see if my computer isn't running dumb slow.
Mine's too. I was just like, what?
Slim, don't worry about it. Slim, don't worry about it. Slim, after we're done live streaming, I'll create your business plan and we'll talk about business.
Perfect. Thank you.
In fact, let me see if I can share this with y'all. Hold on right quick. Let me share my screen. Chrome tab. So this is the infinite banking concept in action, right? Because I talk about this all the time, right? Let me know when you're ready, Real Deal. Oh, you're ready. Shit. Salute. It's your boy, the insurance junkie, your fiduciary fella, the all-star advisor, Alonzo Hall.
Now return today to weapon tap on your head with another cash commandment. Seeing as you don't always listen to me as a life insurance agent, maybe you'll listen to another life insurance agent who's going to show you how to pay off your mortgage through life insurance. Let's take a look.
Most people have a bank account, their mortgage over here. Let's just say that mortgage is $1,000 a month and it costs 3%. So right now the money's coming into the bank and you're writing a check for $1,000 and you're just paying the mortgage. And every time we pay the mortgage, it costs us 3%. Everybody follow me there? What if instead of just paying my mortgage directly, $1,000 a month, costing me 3%? What if I took the $1,000 before I paid my mortgage and paid my life insurance policy? Now I got $1,000 here. Orlando, when I put $1,000 inside of this insurance policy, what does it make on average? 7%. 7%. Okay. All right. And then what I can also do at the same time is I can now borrow $1,000. And what is that money that I borrow? What does that cost me? 4%. 4%. So how much do I make there? 3%. I put this money back in my bank, then I pay my mortgage. But what did I just do? I just leveraged my mortgage payments to create future income for me.
So you would do that every month?
Every month.
So, ladies and gentlemen, remember, was my mic muted the whole time?
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Oh, fuck. Let me do that one more time then.
One more time.
Oh, that's hilarious.
One more
Hold
time.
on. Let me run that back. Holy smokes. All right. Now let me try this. At least y'all got to see it, right?
Yeah, we did. So you just do your overview and you just add your take.
So yeah, I'll do the overtake. And no, it's not mortgage insurance. It's your boy, the insurance junkie. Mortgage insurance is to pay the all-star mortgage. Advisor, Alonzo Hall. Now return today to so this is a financial advisor out of California. Cash commandment. This is a guy that I follow. You don't always listen to me as a life insurance agent. Maybe you'll listen to another life insurance agent who's going to show you how to pay off your mortgage through life insurance. Let's take a look. All right. I just been muting everybody. I had him muted too.
Most people have a bank account, their mortgage over here. Let's just say that mortgage is $1,000 a month and it costs 3%. So right now the money's coming into the bank and you're writing a check for $1,000 and you're just paying the mortgage. And every time we pay the mortgage, it costs us 3%. Everybody follow me there? What if instead of just paying my mortgage directly, $1,000 a month, costing me 3%? What if I took the $1,000 before I paid my mortgage and paid my life insurance policy? Now I got $1,000 here. Orlando, when I put $1,000 inside of this insurance policy, what does it make on average? 7%. 7%. Okay. All right. And then what I can also do at the same time is I can now borrow $1,000. And what is that money that I borrow? What does that cost me? 4%. 4%. So how much do I make there? 3%. I put this money back in my bank, then I pay my mortgage. But what did I just do? I just leveraged my mortgage payments to create future income for me.
So you would do that every month?
Every month.
All right, so that was it there. I can stop sharing my screen now, but you know, that's one of the ways on infinite banking. You know, and it's definitely a great concept. As is, you'll hear a lot of people buy term, invest the difference. It's a great concept too, but every concept really depends. With him, it's probably whole life, but I think whole life insurance sucks. I am a proponent against whole life, but I'm not a term life pusher. I sell index universal life, which is investment grade life insurance. So yeah, I don't like whole life. Whole life is crappy, because it doesn't build up enough cash value. But you know me, real deal. What am I always pushing? IULs and annuities. IULs and annuities.
Yeah, man. Because I was thinking about annuities years ago, but I'm thinking something, man, what is a legitimate company? 2, how do I know somebody ain't gonna just run with the situation, just run all rampant? 3, I need to know on can it be reinvested in compounds so we can make that 1 into 3. So, you know,
Depends on where you go. Your best bet is to come see me.
Obviously, I'm
Oh,
going to say that.
of course, man.
Don't go to the bank. I'll give you a quick story, and this is again, I speak to family. A couple years back, my grandmother had a fall. She had a lawsuit, and I was living in New York at the time, as opposed to Connecticut, where I am now, and my mother was here in Connecticut, along with my grandmother. So they got the money. I told my grandmother, listen, you're too much of a spendthrift. You like to help people too much. So I said, at this point, give nobody nothing, including me, your favorite grandson. She didn't listen. She decided to give us all a couple grand. I was like, okay, well, thank you. But then I also told her, well, listen, you need to put your money, because you're over 70, into, she was almost 80 at the time. She was like 78. You need to put your money in a SPIA, single premium immediate annuity. So, first of all, an annuity and an IRA are basically the exact same thing. Okay. So when you go to the bank and they say, you're getting an individual retirement account, it's actually an individual retirement annuity, though they call it an account. But that's what an IRA is, right? It's an annuity. So it's going to pay you out annually. Annuities, if you have a job and you have a 401k, you need an annuity, right? I'll put it to you like this. Annuities can pay out like 401ks, but 401ks cannot pay out like annuities. What do I mean when I say that? So we're going to use arbitrary numbers again, 100,000. Now, let's say this person is 65 years old and they're retiring. And these are real ass numbers. People be working for 30, 40, 50 years and only have 100 grand in their retirement account. Ask me how I know. I rolled over $115,000 in retirement accounts last year. And these were like $40, $50, $60,000 a pop. Not 100 grand at the time. So most people really rarely have an, actually you can Google it. I think the most is like 79,000 most people have in their retirement accounts. I can't recall what the most recent number is according to Bankrate. But they're supposed to live on this. So let's say you're 65 and you're retired and you got 100 grand. So math wise, let's say that's basically they're going to pay you $10,000 a year for 10 years. Right? Or let's break it down even better. Let's say you saved up 120 grand. So they're going to pay you $12,000 a year for 10 years. That's $1,000 a month for 10 years. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, 401ks pay out period certain. So that means that they've calculated that they're going to pay you $1,000 a month for 10 years, which is $120,000, or $12,000 a year for 10 years. Well, when that money's gone, have you wondered why you see so many old people checking your bags and receipts at Walmart? Because they're out of fucking money.
Well,
Because
there needs to be a
after 10
reinvestment plan.
Hmm?
There needs to be a reinvestment plan. If I'm getting a G every month, I need to reinvest in back into it. I don't know.
You
That's
can't at a certain age. Once you're 71 and a half, you can't. There's something called RMD, required minimum distribution. Now your investments are getting taxed at 50%.
no,
What?
no.
Google RMD. They
no.
actually increased the age, I think, this year to 72. But Google RMD, required minimum distributions.
Okay.
What?
Required minimum.
Oh my gosh, that's awful.
Right? So, I mean, there's loopholes around it. But again, at $1,000 a month, ain't no stockbroker gonna take you serious. Bro,
Right.
when I was a stockbroker back in 2013, and in fact, I'll give you the example that I used here, because I was chilling with some brothers in the manosphere, and they was talking stuff that I wanted to hear. Oh, we're starting an investment club. So I was like, cool, well, I'm licensed to do that. I'll tell y'all what. I'll come in at, a decent rate. There's a few of y'all. Y'all go ahead, put together 50 grand, and then I'll do an investment for y'all. 50 grand? Whoa, that's a lot of money.
Oh,
All
God
right.
damn.
So I said, all
Man,
right.
everything is out of these niggas' price budget. I hate to say it like that,
Right.
but everything is out of their damn price budget. Because they was hounding me about the credit repair shit, man. I'm thinking something, man, I charge my other clients $2,500 for this. I will work with anybody that's a situation under 500. I do payment plans, and they still was tripping about it. I said, damn. And that's the same type of crowd. When you told them about the insurance policies, they said $1,000 a month. $1,000 a month?
Yeah.
Well, I thought y'all was big balling then, man.
You know what's funny?
Thank you. Go
I thought
ahead.
y'all was big pimping. Shit.
There is one dude who's big balling, and he's my client, Marty McFly.
What's salute to Marty?
Laser Panda. He actually called me today because he's soon to come into a couple of $100,000, and he was like, Alonzo, I need you to do this. What I told him, ironically, was the first thing he needs to do is waste $50,000. He just needs to blow it on whatever, because he's responsible enough that I'm giving him the okay to blow $50,000. He was like, really? I said, dude, go take a fucking trip to, Mexico if you want, but just blow $50,000 on something, because you need to enjoy your money. The reason we make money is to spend it, not to hoard it. Right? I'm probably one of the rarest financial advisors you'll hear of, because I'm going to teach you the real deal of shit. Right? Whereas, like I was talking real deal, I get pissed off about the Jordans. But listen, most financial advisors, we're fucking label whores. We have to be. Right? Because we got to wear, YSL and, well, I wear Burberry everything, but Burberry is my brand. I wear only Calvin Klein underwear, literally. Stuff like that. But it's an image that we have to keep in order for motherfuckers to want to give us $50,000.
Thank you.
Know what I mean? What? What'd you say?
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. But, my thing is this. I see a lot of people who waste money on buying pairs of Jordans, and they'll buy 4 pairs of Jordans a month. My thing is this. Stop wasting money on 4 pairs of Jordans a month. Buy 3. Right? And the money you save on that 3rd pair, buy a financial vehicle so that you can afford to buy 3 pairs of Jordans every month for the rest of your life.
Facts.
All right? I may share one more video with y'all that explains that. In fact, let me see if I can find it. Say again, boss?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I got to find it first.
If anybody wants to come up on a panel, feel free to come up on a panel. If you have any questions when it comes to credit repair, please comment. And if you need your credit repaired, please email me. But yeah, man, I got mad when motherfuckers was trying to hawk me down on the price. I said, man, I am willing to be able to work on your budget. That's why now I don't even tell them the price. That I work on your budget.
Yeah.
I work on your budget.
That's how you have to approach it, with these people, with anything.
I might have to re-increase my prices.
Yeah, I was just about to say, you do have to raise your price though after that, but they don't need to know that yet.
Dude, I'm only charging $300 for a consult, and I get people. It's like pulling teeth.
I'll just be acting like I got the money. I'll be like, how much? Oh, okay, yeah, I got that. And they just show me enough that I need to know. I'm like, now I gotta. This is how long it's gonna take for me to get that. I'll be right with you.
Yeah. I mean, so it is what it is.
You better be doing me like that.
I put it to you like this:
make me take my bet off.
If you're getting that stuff for free, imagine what you get when you pay.
You shouldn't have told me that. I might just have it and say I don't.
What's up, man? Stop, babe. No.
That's his wife in the background.
She's in here teasing.
That's his wife in the background.
Shut up, babe.
Hey, Mrs. Hall. Hey, Mrs. Hall.
My folks said hi.
Queen.
My folks said hi.
She probably, man.
What up? All right. So this one is called "It Ain't Tricking If You Got It."
Another ADH Wealth solution. Today, we will begin to discuss fulfilling all of your financial needs. As always, this is a basic description. For an evaluation of your own,
as Shark said hi, babe.
My information is in the description. Lastly, make sure you hit the like, drop a comment, and if you're new, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're made aware every time I release new content. Yo, 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 yo. It's your boy, the insurance junkie, your fiduciary fella, the all-star advisor, Alonzo Hall. And I've returned today to whap and tap on your head with a little more Thursday antics. So what we're in today is a little bit of a shoe collection. You see, like I said, as a financial advisor, I like to help you enjoy your financial today while preparing for your financial tomorrow. So like
That
I said,
is a brownstone.
this is how we do it around here, right? So you buy 3 pairs of Jordans a month and you invest what you got in that 4th pair into a financial vehicle. So your whole, your wife or your significant other closet can look kind of like this. A little bit of the shoe collection.
All this designer shit.
Yeah.
Shoes, or as we call them, shows. He got the he got the Yeezys. My man, I saw that box. He got the Yeezys.
I don't know what we got, bro. We got all types of shit.
Y'all got the Yeezys
from the floor.
That's from the floor to the ceiling.
Man, why you ain't selling none of this shit, man?
He has a shoe warehouse. That's what he has. It's a warehouse.
This is how we do.
That's one woman's shoe collection.
So what you need to do is get your financial consult with
He said, "Is that a warehouse?"
$150.
It's a ladies'
So
warehouse.
I can help you to make sure that you not only secure your financial today, but your financial tomorrow too. Yeah, this is just a closet. This is a whole room. This is a closet, baby. This is how we do. So now I'm gonna do the stereotypical. Oh yeah, this is the bathroom in the closet, just so you know. But
that's baby Nordstrom.
White Bass, work in progress every day and see success. White Bass.
Yeah, that is in Brooklyn.
See success. White Bass, work in progress every day and see success. And remember, when people challenge you, they don't challenge you to challenge you, but they challenge you to challenge you. Accept the challenge. Salute.
All right, so I'm not gonna go through that whole video, but I just wanted to show y'all the shoe
My
collection.
man got a lot of shit. So if that was me, I would have sold all that shit. I would have sold everything. If I would have had gifts like that when it comes to shoes, you remind me of Aaron, my homie Aaron, man. He used to have like 400 different Nikes, and he used to have every
Bro,
single
none of that
thing
is
on.
my shoe collection. That is a female family member of mine. That's one woman's. That's one woman's clothing collection. That's one woman. That's not two people's collection. That's one woman. That's my mother-in-law.
What?
Yeah. That's one person's collection. And there's much more because there's shit downstairs in the basement, so on and so forth.
Jeez.
But again, this is a woman who worked at Morgan Stanley for the past 30 years. Okay. And again, like I said, if you buy 3 pairs of Jordans a month and put the money that you would spend on that 4th pair on a financial vehicle, you can afford to have a collection like that. See what I'm saying?
They're not following the last step.
They're buying. Well, that's absolutely true. As evidenced by, I don't know if Real Deal you follow the Green Gorilla.
No.
Okay, this is a dude. He's a manosphere dude, but he's not like the crybaby ass niggas. Ooh. So he actually did a video on equities and mutual fund ownership by ethnicity from Q4 1990, which is Q4 1990, to Q4 2020, which is the end of 2020. And in that aspect, the ownership for Black Americans, who I'm invested in this. The equities and mutual fund ownership from Q4 1990 to Q4 2020 was 1%. You know how much we increased over that time? 0%. So niggas ain't investing in shit.
Yo, give your intake of what is a financial vehicle.
It's
So
a
Vaughn
financial
is taking
product,
notes.
right? So it could be insurance or, you know, a mutual fund, ETF, fuck, even crypto, even though I wouldn't
In-
invest in crypto personally.
Inverse. Nah, man, y'all supposed to get yourself some inverse ETFs. So when this shit goes kaput, you can make some money on the downturn. You can reinvest in the profits into all these cheap ass stocks. Inverse ETFs.
Dude, they don't know about options
Bonds.
contracts like that.
That's
That's basically what.
I'm gonna tell them then.
Yeah, but again, that's why
I don't know,
even though I don't personally like crypto, that's the one thing I do like about crypto, is that it allows, especially Black folks, the opportunity to learn. That's all it's for.
Right.
Is the opportunity to learn about this shit, because you got to realize how many centuries were we locked out of this shit, right? But to be honest, if you want the best financial vehicle, it would be life insurance. Why do I say that? Life insurance has been around since 1700s, and they've been paying dividends. For example, New York Life, which is not a company I represent, but as a broker, I can't. They don't deal with brokers, but they're a good company. Ironically enough, the principal of my company's wife actually doesn't work for him. She works for New York Life. But New York Life has been paying dividends for 166 years. The stock market has not been paying dividends for that long. The stock market hasn't been in existence for that long.
So
see what I'm saying?
It outbeats it by so many years ahead. So that just shows you that it's a resilient type of vehicle, investment vehicle, man. People should understand that, you know, promissory notes in life insurance policies, cash value life insurance policies, modified endowment contracts, option contracts, assigning contracts. So, you know, shit like that, man. People should understand how to be the middleman, how to be William Wesley, goddammit, because William Wesley made so much money off of Drake just shouting him out. I learned the game from William Wesley, so you could never check me. People didn't know who William Wesley was.
Yeah.
Made millions. Now with the
Damn.
New York Knicks, now with the New York Knicks facility as I think assistant GM.
That's crazy.
Yeah. People need to focus on how to become resilient, man. How to be able to not undercut, but I guess undercut your competition, man. You got to figure out how to be so vicious when it comes to finding connections, because he made so much money off. Wait a minute, wait.
Who we that?
William Wesley. Research that and research Drake.
Oh,
Drake's
who is that? I was like, what?
William Wesley, he's an agent. So William Wesley, he is a power broker. He's a power broker. He has connections with Drake, Jay-Z, the Clintons, Donald Trump. He's like how
I actually have connections with Jay-Z, ironically enough.
Okay, gotcha.
Which pisses me off too, because I never got the business, right? Jay-Z carries his life insurance with New York Life, which pisses me off because I wanted his business, and I came this close to getting his business. What ended up happening was in Brooklyn, his cousin opened a restaurant called Buffalo Boss.
Okay.
Which the original location is no longer there. It was downtown Brooklyn, but obviously, you know, he got him in the Barclays Center. So now when you go to the Barclays Center, you'll see Buffalo Boss, which was a restaurant that was part owned by Jay-Z's cousin, probably got the seed money from Jay, and a Hawaiian guy named Robert Lee. I used to deal with Mr. Lee all the time. I had no clue that Jay's cousin was part owner of the restaurant till one day I came in there and I was like, hey, yeah, is the owner here, Rob? He was like, yeah, I'm the owner. I was like, no. I need the real owner. He was like, I am the real owner. And then come to find out he was Jay-Z's cousin. So that's probably why I didn't get the business, because I was like, no, I need the real owner.
Oh, damn.
But I didn't know, because at first it was a Hawaiian guy, and I'm like, you're some black dude. You don't own this shit.
What?
Look, unfortunately, even as black folks, we
sadly,
Underestimate everybody.
stereotype our own people.
Wow.
And from the multitudes of times that I had gone in and asked for the owner, I got the other guy, the Hawaiian guy. So when I see this random black dude talking about I'm the owner, I'm like, bro, I've been here 20 times. You're not the owner. Come to find out, I was wrong.
And another power broker is Al Heyman, Floyd Mayweather's manager. Floyd Mayweather's damn near his second daddy. Motherfucker is so connected that he's connected once again. Clinton's, Trump's, Democrat, Republican. He's all over the place. He was around when the 70s when he was doing situations of Oceans by the Sea in LA when it comes to Earth, Wind, and Fire and all them concert tours. Still doing the concert tours. So yeah, I'm telling you, man, people need to learn how to be the power brokers because people do it. People that are black, they do have power. They just don't say anything. They just don't say anything. They let everybody be crazed when it comes to the caught up in the propaganda machine, make everybody feel victimless, while everybody else is selling you victimhood and making multi-millions and buying properties and houses and gentrifying your block. So man.
Well, I mean, they don't do a lot of talking, King. It's just like, and a lot of people don't really look their way like that.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, this is not my wife in that picture. That is Tahiri Jose.
Pickups.
Okay.
From Love and Hip Hop. Funny story about her.
Tell us, please.
I'm not defaming anyone's character, but at the time she had some fucked up credit. And that's how I met her. I was actually trying to sell her a property in Brooklyn because she owns a nail salon in New Jersey called 718 Nails. And I'm like, why do motherfuckers go to New Jersey and talk about New York? You in Jersey, call it fucking 973 Nails or whatever Jersey's area code is. Don't call it a New York area code.
That's funny. That's Newark.
So that was that. Now let me change this picture before my wife comes on here and sees me. Who the fuck is that bitch? That's me and my wife right here. Hold on. That's my wife.
Big ups, queen.
So now, yeah, that's me and my queen right there. So no Tahiri Jose. And now we'll get back to my I'm gonna put my insurance junkie picture up there.
You about to get your head beat in, Brad. Come on, move to the next.
Yeah, not even. If I had a side chick, I'd tell my wife. And you guys obviously know she's here with me, so ain't none of this. I don't hide shit.
That nigga looking over his shoulder like, I'm playing. He
knows better. He's like, I know, I know better.
I was fucking with them hoes, but I was gonna come right back. I was fucking with them hoes, but I was coming right back.
I'm coming right back. She know I ain't going nowhere. Trust me, there's been opportunities that I've turned down because I'd be like, man, I ain't trying to deal with more than one woman. Y'all a headache.
Man, I want to hear his phone number though, but we can discuss.
I actually have it.
Bazing!
Well, you got to realize, if you look at me in the face, right, I found out I'm actually her type. Especially when I don't shave my beard and I don't cut my hair. I look like one of them scruffy-ass Vado niggas. So
you do.
She was definitely digging me from the text messagings that we had going on. I just put it to you like that. And I was like, Tahiri, you great looking and all, but first of all, I know your credit, and I know that 21,000 is more than 17,000. So we'll just go with that. And I also know that I'm trying to get you to purchase a property. So.
Yo, get the likes up, man. This is an open panel. Hell yeah, she pretty. Open panel. If anybody. JSL, you supposed to bend. Oh, I got a bot.
Yeah,
JSL. Come up on the panel, JSL. if you have any credit repair or any type of questions, or if you want to join the conversation, come on, click on the link. It's a Friday.
Garage downstairs.
Yo.
How do I send this to my Google Drive?
Open panel. Click on the link. Open panel. Damn, I done forgot what I was supposed to do. Oh, I was supposed to delete that comment.
Huh?
Bot.
Oh, that spam joint.
Mm-hmm.
Remove. There we go.
Let's see if I can. So, okay, call me out.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on up. Ask questions.
Everybody need to ask questions, man, because I'm charging as soon as we talk on the phone, I'm going to gather a business plan, and I'm going to say, okay, this is the price. Let's work something out. But I have my guy, O'Darian. He got his credit repaired from me. He was the testimonial earlier today. My man got his shit going. So I'm going to give him all the trade lines that he needs. So that means high limit trade lines, authorized users. He go to Capital One. He smack a card from there. He goes to Apple credit card. He smacks a $15,000 credit card there. He goes to Navy Federal. He could probably get 5 to 10 over there. So credit card stacking and also getting himself some loans in the next 3 months. So he'd probably get 3 cards around this time period and wait 3 months. Then he gets another situation lined up, but he pays it down. That's only how you get second round funding, man. You got to pay that shit down, man. I can't have it where it wind up being like Tahiri Joseph. She had $17,000 in credit card debt, and she needs somebody to work a miracle.
No, she needed a stripper pole. That's what she needed. God damn. 17.
I was 21,000. That was debt.
21,000. So that's more than. So yeah, man. When it comes to that shit like that, man, it's hard to scrub off credit like that, man.
Yeah.
Open accounts like that. Open accounts.
But it's possible.
It's possible.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Difficult,
possible,
but possible.
Shit, man. I got over 80K but that's medical debt. And that was from one hospital visit.
Ooh, wee.
Oh yeah.
Man, where you was at? Mount Sinai?
No, I was in SUNY Downstate, but I was there for quite some time. I had something called diabetic ketoacidosis.
That sounds expensive.
Basically, what it was I was my blood sugar was too high, my diabetes. The sugar was too high, as we call it in Black America, and I was basically dead. My blood wasn't running through my veins because my blood was too thick, and they couldn't even get a glucose number. So I was basically dead, but somehow coherent. The doctor said that to me. He was like, "Are you feeling okay?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "You're kind of dead." I was like, "What do you mean?" He was like, "We can't draw blood from you. Like, we can't get any blood out of your veins." What? I was like, "What does that mean?" They was like, the blood is not moving through your veins. You're dead."
What?
I was like, "Oh, yeah."
You were resurrected. That's what you were.
Yeah. I was like, I must be Jesus because I'm sitting here right alive right now.
In the flesh. Okay.
My blood sugar was 929.
Oh
my man said you capping.
You're a miracle.
My man said you capping.
No, you're not capping. We've all had some type of.
I don't mind when people say I'm capping because I don't. As well, you young guys call it capping. I ain't with the bullshit. Like, so I don't care about that. Were you able to check out what RMDs were?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm gonna need to do some heavy research when it comes to minimum distribution, required minimum distribution. I need to figure that out fully.
So it used to be 71.5. They increased it 6 months, so now you can be 72 before you get taxed at 50% on all your retirement accounts. You can reinvest it, but if you're at a point where you're on retirement income, you have to realize something. Real deal. If you're retired, and this is what people don't think about,
You can't go get some extra hours or put in an extra shift. You're retired. You're now on a fixed income. So that investment is shit that you have to, you're at that age, you're at what's called the distribution phase. This is why I tell people, you want to retire, buy a life insurance policy, right?
Mhm.
We unfortunately look at life insurance as death insurance. And it's just when I die, I get a check. What if
have
I
other
told you,
options?
say again?
You can use it for other options.
Right, it's life event insurance. Prime example, check this out. And you've heard this story many, many times, Real Deal.
Mm-hmm.
My godson, born in 2012, when we had his baby shower, his father's, is that what Mitt Romney did? Actually, I like Mitt Romney. I'll talk about that in a second. When my godson was born in 2012. His father's best friend bought him the best gift ever, or so he thought, which was some baby J's. Don't get me wrong, I was a little jealous because I was like, damn, you bought the Space Jam Jordans, which is like the 14th time they came out. For my nephew, my godson, that's ill. He was like, yeah, I know nobody else, I decided to go first so that, I didn't shine on nobody else's gift. I said, all right, well, I'll go second, and I'm going to end up shining on everybody else's gift. I just got him $30,000. Everybody, what the fuck? How'd you do that? Oh, I bought him a life insurance policy that cost me $9.10 a month. By the time he's 18, now he won't have the whole $30,000, but he'll probably have, I don't know, $5,000, $7,500 at least. Yes, they raised the age for RMDs from 71 and a half to 72. Mitt Romney wanted to, as does Joe Biden, which is why, even though I'm a registered independent, so like I don't care who's in office, as long as they make my life easier, they're getting my vote. So, and that's how you should always be politically. You should be a registered independent and make these motherfuckers do a song and dance other than come into the hood saying I smoked weed to Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg when they weren't even out when you were in school, and etc. I started working with Aflac. Aflac is garbage unless you're getting a hospital indemnity or like a disability insurance. Their life insurance is a max of $250K, and then their juvenile term is term to perm. So most juvenile, just like the Gerber insurance policy, is term to perm. So what that means is it's a term policy until you get to a certain age of majority. Then that's why the Gerber Grower plan, they can go from 10,000 to 100,000. Yeah, that's because they're age of majority, and now it's finally a whole life policy, and it's going to cost a hell of a lot more. But if you get a whole life policy on a kid and put, I don't know, $100 a month away for a kid, and it costs $9 for the cost of insurance, because just like with that shit, let me put my insurance junkie picture back up since I'm talking about insurance. Hold on. Here we go. The insurance junkie's in the building. It keeps calling me. That's my Pookie picture. But when you're looking at building that cash value, man, that shit is super easy. The younger you are, the cheaper insurance is, life insurance. And the cheaper it is for you, that keeps you locked in at that price if you're getting a permanent policy, and it builds your cash value faster. Because if I really would have done it the right way and overfunded my godson's policy instead of just paying the guideline premium of $10 a month, that other $90 would go to his cash value. Right? So the younger you are, the better it is to get insurance, life insurance. That's why I be telling brothers, listen, if you 19, 20, 21, get it now. Because when you're 40, you'll be appreciative. Right? Let me see something. If I can show you guys an amortization. You've heard of an amortization schedule, because we're going to talk about real estate too. Right? So you've heard of an amortization schedule, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
I read it all the time. So let's go.
We know that an amortization schedule is showing your payments from X to Y, right? From January 1st, 2022, when you finally closed on the house, to January 1st, 2052, when your 30-year mortgage is up. It shows you every payment until, you know, the give me 1 second, 9740448.
And this is an open panel, y'all. Click on the link. Click on the link. This is an open panel.
Yeah.
Join the panel. Join the panel. We have all these shadow listeners. We got like 12 people. Please click on the link. We got 4 more people that's literally new. So please join the link. Ask questions. If you need my email, creditbuilder475@gmail.com. For any contributions, $ Mr. Perfect 23G. That's my Cash App. $ Mr. Perfect 23G. So click on the link. All right, Lonzo.
All right. I'm gonna create an illustration really quickly. Hold on. I'm just gonna share my whole screen because it's easier to do that way. All right. So I just created a guy named Don Baker. So let's see here. Give me 1 second. So Don Baker is going to be 26 years old. We're going to give him a universal life because you got to learn how to overfund your policy. All right. So let's say he's got $100,000 policy, right? And we're going to do the premium, maximum non-mac. Monthly, right? So this is at the age of 26, right? Young guy. So again, this is the investment-based life insurance policy, right? So, you know, you've got your living benefits, which you don't get in most term policies. I got this guy in the state of Michigan. Though the state doesn't really matter. But it's $111 a month for a $100,000 life insurance policy. Now, that seems kind of expensive until I ask you, well, how much is a Mercedes-Benz? What are you going to say? Well, it depends on which Benz you get. If you get an A-class, that's $29,000. If you get a C-class, that's $45,000. You get an E-class, that's $66,000. You get an S-class, that's $97,000, almost $100,000. But they're all Mercedes-Benzes. But there's different bells and whistles. So this being an index universal life, you're going to have a bunch of different bells and whistles. Like I said, for starters, you're going to have, you know, your living benefits, terminal, chronic, and critical illness. I'm not going to go deep into that right now. Again, it's attached to the S&P 500, right? Now you can allocate it to, excuse me, these other indices. But why would you go with that when the S&P, when the S&P 500 is the best index? Now, Lincoln Financial Group got Fidelity to create a completely new index for Lincoln Financial Group's Index Universal Life, but still, S&P 500. Come on. Right? Like, it's the S&P.
Gotcha.
So here's what we want to look at here is your cash value, right? So you've got guaranteed, non-guaranteed, and alternate scale. Damn, that interest rate did go down. It was 6.7% last year. Now it's 5.9%. Wow, they did almost cut it a whole percent. So I don't know if you guys may have heard of IRC 7702, Internal Revenue Code 7702, that had been being talked about a lot. But insurance companies were affected by that greatly. What we were forced to do by the federal government was increase our price and decrease your benefit. So we had to decrease the percentage of growth that you got by 1% at minimum, and we had to increase our prices by 1% at minimum. The government was like, nope, fuck that. You got to increase the price. And we was like, well, damn. So thanks, Joe Biden. But if you look here, right, paying out $13.32 a year. Right? I know niggas who spend more than that on 2 bottles of Patron at the club trying to stunt for some females they ain't never gonna get. But when I place this in front of them, they want to think about it. I know niggas who spend more than this to go get a fucking tattoo. Like I did. I did the dumbest shit ever. You know what I did when I was I was 20, maybe 22. Did the dumbest shit ever. Tupac was my favorite rapper. Thought I was going to be a thug and a gangster. So I went and tattooed a fucking AK-47 on my stomach. Well, now at damn near 40, I hate this shit. It's fucking foolish. But I can't get rid of it. Because at 18, I knew I'm going to be a thug. Yeah, nigga. Look at you 20 years later. And I'm talking about myself. Do you know what I could have spent that about $1,000 I spent on getting this fucking AK-47 tattooed on my stomach and put it in a life insurance policy? And put that same money in that policy every year for 10 years. Now you look at it, right? Remember I told you about...
Wait a minute. I got to pause you right there. Wait a minute. You got an AK-47 on your stomach?
Yes.
Yo, my man Lonzo is filled with mystery, man. That is funny.
Yeah. I have an AK-47 tattooed on my stomach. You know, I was gonna be a thug, so I was letting them know, yo, thugged out for life. I'm an anybody killer, right? But I ain't with all that gang. After getting shot 5 times, I was like, fuck this gangbanging shit. I'm gonna go sell life insurance.
Smart man, smart man, smart man.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I got shot 5 times in the Trey Foe. For those who don't know, that's Winston-Salem, North Carolina. So, $1,332 a year, right? Which again, like I said, dudes will waste more than that on bottles and a Hermes, but they call it Hermes, which is Hermes belt, right? Or off-white belt. So you can have your pants too low, so you can show niggas that you can wear a belt that you can't fucking afford. But you pay $13,000 over the course of 10 years. You still have a $100,000 death benefit, but you've got $10,862 with to borrow against, and if you cancel the policy, you've got $10,682 that are coming back to you. So if we pull out the calculator really quickly, why the fuck is my computer going so slow? And we do this. 13316. Also, this is an amortization schedule. Minus 10,682. So did you really pay $13,000 over the course of that 10 years, or did you pay $2,634? Oh, you actually paid $2,634. Actually, you paid less than that because this is your surrender value versus your account value, right? So your account value here we see is, so we'll do 13316 minus 10,862, because this here, your account value is what you have to borrow against, right? Like that dude was saying, I'm gonna borrow against my life insurance policy and put that $1,000 on my mortgage, right? I don't know why I'm making him sound like an idiot, but it is what it is, right? So we calculate this. So you actually only paid less than $2,500 for $100,000 to make sure that when you die, because you know you are gonna die, your family gets $100,000. Now let's go further, because again, like I said, life insurance is about life events, not death, right? So this guy was 26 at the time. So now let's go 20 years. He's 46. He paid out of his pocket $26,633. He has to borrow against or cancel. He gets $35,642. Wait a second. 26,633 minus 35,642 equals negative $9,009. So you paid negative $9,009. Oh shit, I'm putting people in the debt matrix or the glitch like savings minus debt does, because you can't look at negative numbers. So if you pay negative $9,009 over the course of 20 years, does that mean that you're being paid for having life insurance? So why the fuck? Sorry?
Is that rhetorical?
Yeah, it was rhetorical. Gotcha. Because obviously, if you paid negative $9,009, then obviously you're being paid, and it shows it here in the amortization schedule. I'm sorry, the illustration. Exactly how much you've paid in. Now, this guaranteed policy values is for
because people like to be smartasses. I was actually talking to a dude, and he was like, "What if 50% of the people put in a claim at the same time?" Ha, you genius. The insurance company already thought about this. So that's why you see guaranteed policy values. This is for if 100% of the people who have a policy with the company put in a claim at the same time. So if every fucking body who has a policy with this company puts in their claim at the same time, these are the guaranteed rates you'll get. The alternate scale is because we're basing it on the index. So that's your floor, right? The non-guaranteed is what's happening today. Why is it non-guaranteed? Because we have no fucking idea what the stock market's going to do tomorrow.
That's fucking right. Motherfucker can crash this bitch anytime they want, man. Motherfucking interest rates, Biden, oh sleepy ass, raising
Oh my
taxes
God,
too.
Biden is killing us.
Like, bro,
But
inflation is insane though. But go ahead, sir.
I also, in my industry, is enjoying the shit out of Biden because he's trying. Number one, he raised the RMDs. He raised the maximum that you can put into your 401k. It used to be 19,500, which most people don't max out their 401k unless they're making over 100k. Which, let me tell you from personal experience, 100k, you end up. And I hate this shit because people, even in my own family, be pocket watching me. You make over 100,000, you should be balling. No, motherfucker. I'm not in a low ass tax bracket like you. The more you make, the more they fucking take. So $100,000 on paper, I bring home less than somebody who makes $70,000. I bring home $67,000 at a 33% tax bracket. So it seems like, oh yeah, you make 100,000, you're balling. No, I'm getting squoze the fuck out of. Right? But so let's look at again 30 years. Now you're 56. Now this is still young. I learned that now because I'm this age. I'm 37, right? And again, you know, at 18, I was like, nigga, I know what I'm gonna be for the rest of my life. That's why I'm gonna get this fucking AK-47 on my stomach. 20 years later, here I am 37, like, oh my God, that was one of the stupidest things I've ever fucking done. Because now when I go to corporate events, I can't hop in the pool. You think them fucking, you know, persnickety white people are going to deal with a black dude with a fucking AK-47 on his stomach? No.
Hell no, man. What? They going to be scared. What?
Exactly.
Alonzo, I didn't know you was like that.
Exactly. Alonzo? They call Al? Really, Al? Yeah. Al the AK. Yes. Al with the AK on his stomach.
He be fucking with them Zoes. I'm playing.
but peep this, right? So remember, you were only paying for $100,000 death benefit. Now, 30 years in, right? So you're age 56, which is still young. Now you've paid almost $40,000 out of pocket. You notice here your death benefit has increased to $122,904 because now you're putting too much cash in there for the life insurance that you paid for. Also, let's do this math because I'm not the greatest mathematician. 39,949 minus, what is that? 81,936. So you've been paid, or you've paid over the course of 30 years for this $100,000 life insurance policy, negative $41,987. So basically, the insurance company pays you for having whole life insurance or permanent life insurance, not whole life insurance. This is not whole life. This is permanent. Right?
That's beautiful.
So now imagine, right? You're looking to buy a house. You want to have that money for that, you know, down payment. If you Google right now high yield savings accounts, you'll find the highest yield savings account is with Marcus Millichap, which is Goldman Sachs, at 0.5%. So you get half of 1% annual percentage yield. So you get half of, let's say you're putting $1,000 in, you get half of 1%. What is that? What's 1% of 1,000? $10?
Yes.
So you get half of 1%.
a year. You get $5. Life insurance grows at a monthly compound interest rate. Your $5 is there your first month. Right? It's in ink. This ain't shit I'm making up, right? It's right there.
I'm writing all this, man. I'm writing all this down, man. So this shit is real. This shows you that there's so many opportunities when it comes to these policies.
Oh, bro, I didn't even show you how I really freak it. I was trying to show you my numbers for this month. I'll probably just text you my year-to-date numbers, just because I'm happy that I'm very excited that I'm excited and pissed. I'm only number 3 in my company in sales year-to-date. And this was as of January 10th, when we had our meeting. Give me a second. I want to pull up the numbers. So my year-to-date premium is $20,016. The number 2 person has $20,773, and the number 1 person has $25,610 worth of premium. However, the number 1 person with that $25K of premium put in 21 policies. That person with that $20,773 put in 10 policies. I got to number 3 in the fucking company with 5 policies sold. Because I got to deal with a lot of niggas who be humming a bullshitting. And I don't brag because it's like I've made money. Again, you're going to make me rich when you become my client. That's fine. But legally, the lawmakers have made it so that the only way you can make me rich is if you benefit more than me.
Exactly, man. You can't outshine the master when it comes to shit like this. But
you know what I'm saying? So, well, you being the client become the master. Because the only way I get rich is for you to become my client. Right? Once you're my client, though, I'm going to put you in a position where you're going to be like, holy fuck. Like I said, it's the NBA, right? There's a lot of people who get their license and get in this field. Just like in the NBA, there's a lot of people. We had Smush Parker, Lamar Odom, and Kobe Bryant. They all made it to the NBA from high school. They all made it to the LA Lakers from high school. But if I say Smush Parker, most people are going to be like, who? If I say Lamar Odom, most people are going to be like, crackhead. If I say Kobe Bryant, most people are going to be like, all-time great.
Exactly.
Because he be shooting in the gym he's obsessed. Same thing with me. I'm obsessed. Plus, I see the money you can make out of this shit. All right? So real quick, I'm going to show you a quick trick that I do that makes this even more valuable. Because remember, right here, we were doing 20 years that you made your money back. Right? So nothing changed. I did a slight change so I could show you something. So now I changed that little change, right? Still $100,000 death benefit, but now look at that premium, $345 a month versus $110 a month, right? So you're paying a lot more money, but right now you're paying $41.52 a year. After the first 10 years, you've paid into the policy $41.56. This is from age 27 to 36. But you've got cash account value, so you can borrow against $47,000. Or if you decide to cancel it, you can get back $47,072. And that's in 10 years. So 41,516 minus 47,072. So you paid negative $5,556 over the course of 10 years to make sure that when you die, your family gets $150,000 basically. But the death benefit keeps growing. But the cash value keeps growing too. Here you put in 83 grand, you cancel, you get $140. 30 years, you put in $125, you cancel, you're getting $312,000. Now let's look at, I'm going to talk about investments real quick, because one thing that pisses me off is people talk about investments and I understand that they have no fucking clue how investments work. Everybody just keeps talking about buying the investment, buying. You have to have an exit strategy. When are you getting out of the investment? Your average investment strategy is 20 years. Oh, just so happens to be the same length of time as the most common term life insurance policy, where ass faces like Primerica, Dave Ramsey, and Sue Zorman tell you to buy term and invest the difference. In what? What's the difference if you come with no budget in buying term? So it sounds nice to motherfuckers who ain't invested. And most Black Americans, according to, again, the study from Q4 1990 to Q4 2020, that's 30 years, Black people's investments in ownership in equity investments and mutual funds went from 1% to 1%. So, meanwhile, along that term, Latinos went from 1% to 3%, back down to 1%. Others went from 0% to 7%, back down to 3%. Whites still have 95% of ownership in equity investments and mutual funds.
Yeah,
so
man,
all these niggas talking about they investing need to be stabbed in the neck.
A lot of these dudes, man, they don't understand what even capital allotment is. They don't know what tax allocation is. They don't know.
Sorry.
They don't even know when it comes to reinvestment models. They don't even know what a reinvestment model is. Said, Jesus. It's like, come on, man. We supposed to be better than this.
Yeah, man. I mean, a lot of this stuff, I don't blame them too much. Again, that's why I said I understand the craze over crypto, because it's finally allowing people to get into the fields and shit. So I understand it. But listen, I'm about to hop off. I just got smacked by my wife. Well, not smacked, but...
Yeah, she smacked your ass. Yeah. She smacked the back of your head. She smacked the back of your head. Bow! Nigga, get off the fucking laptop.
Nah, she ready for some late night time. She hasn't had any attention in the last few days.
Snoo. Some good snoo. So
some good snoo, exactly.
Okay, but all right, Lonzo, you my guy. We'll talk business. We'll talk real estate tomorrow.
No doubt.
Well, for Monday and Tuesday. So respect to you, Lonzo.
Well, I'm gonna be getting at old girl from the Bronx.
Got you. Because man, like I've been waiting for so long. I'm like, man, is she?
Well, here's the thing. She's playing games, but again, remember what I explained to you. In New York City, you have a shit ton of people who are what we call bird dogs, or people who are going to fix and flip properties. So she's getting calls daily, right? So what she's doing is she's playing us against each other. Well, this guy's going to give me X amount. This guy, because right now, I'll be honest, right? Quiet as kept, we could do a deed purchase and give her fucking $25,000 and tell her to get the fuck on.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's not going to get this $450,000 or whatever. She's not. Motherfuckers are going to look it up like I did. You're this much into the bank? Okay, the price goes down. Can I see the property? Yeah. Oh, you've got stains on the wall, this, that, and the third. I have my own inspection team. I have my own construction team. I have my own attorneys. Get out. Here's 25 grand. If they have tenants, we'll pay them $5,000 to $10,000 each to get the fuck out. That's called. Now, again, that is technically illegal, what I just said to do, which is a deed purchase. But ask me how many small hats do it. All of them.
All of them, baby. That's what we doing.
You know what I mean? So, see, like what you're doing is a hell of a lot more fair. Because outside of New York, you don't have sharks like that. You know, so, you know, you were saying, well, she's looking for 450, da 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 da. So, if she's looking for 450, she's going to pay the bank off herself. We're not looking to do that. We're looking to buy the property at much lower of a cost. And then negotiate with the bank for pennies on the dollar. And then renovate, and then increase the price. But let me hop off and go do this snoo, y'all.
All right, man. Salute to you,
Salute.
Lonzo. All right. JSL, come up on the panel, JSL Vaughn. Come on. That is funny. JSL Vaughn, come up on the panel. Come up on the panel. Matter of fact, if nobody doesn't come up on the panel, I might as well just gonna say this. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. So if anybody wants to come up on the panel, if anybody have any questions, Lonzo gave you the game when it came to the real estate. Curl gave you the game when it comes to the real estate. We broke down the numbers. We literally done everything when it comes to situations of formatting everything. We did a damn near A to Z without even really telling you the full necessary things to be able to get things implemented. We just told you the surface level stuff. But, you know, if anybody wants to come up on the panel. If people that are coming in and didn't see the early part of the stream, my man O'Darian, he gave his testimonial about him getting his credit repaired with my services and also getting situation of business direction. So I'm going to provide business to his area, provide business to his business partners, and also make sure that we can get him an extra $3,500 to $5,000 a month income. So I'm trying to be able to make sure that I'm a valuable, indispensable asset, and I mean indispensable, where literally I'm a blockade. I can't go nowhere. I'm too valuable. But, you know, it is what it is. I think that people should just focus on their budget, their goals, getting some trade lines, and find some real estate. Find some cheap real estate, man. Find something that they're about to gentrify. Because I don't want people to be crying in 2024 when gentrification is fully at full rescale because of Trump tax cuts 2.0. Because tax cuts, meaning that they're going to deploy a lot of funds in areas that are low tax zones. So that means opportunity zones. If you're in Chicago, Detroit, Minnesota, Minneapolis, wherever you at, find your opportunity zones, man, because Build Back Better getting crushed. And when Trump tax cuts 2.0 or DeSantis tax cuts, whoever that's going to be the president in 2024, that's going to be the Republican candidate, it's going to lead to more opportunity when it comes to business. And people need to focus on doing something now. So before that time hits, you be ready with cash to go, or you have connections with realtors, connections with hard money people. You find contractors and you legitimately get better and better off of your connections. So I'm Real Deal Financial. It's a pleasure in talking to you guys, man. You always rock with me. I love y'all. We did 4 hours straight. So I appreciate everybody that showed me love. I appreciate everybody that donated. Vaughn, I will contact you. Let me get some dinner. Slim, I'll contact you. Let me get some dinner. If anybody needs my email, creditbuilder475@gmail.com. That's creditbuilder475@gmail.com. Get your credit repaired, new policy. I see you. Email me. We can situate everything when it comes to your budget. I appreciate everybody, man. Everybody that shows me love, people that likes the video, people that shares the video. I love y'all. Y'all make everything going. Y'all make me want to be able to get up in the morning. You guys give me that passion. Y'all guys give me that motivation. I love every single one of y'all. Yes, Shark, this will be up. Yes, Shark, I will leave this up. Yes, this will be up. Thank you, Vaughn. I will call you. When it comes to the situation, I'm hungry. My black ass is hungry, so I'm going to be able to get something to eat. And if anybody needs to get in contact with me, creditbuilder475@gmail.com. When it comes to credit repair or business credit, my man Lonzo holding it down for me. I respect everybody. I'm Real Deal Financial, and I'm out.